Am I live? Let's see. Hope I am. Mm, hold on. Yeah, I know the routine. I think I'm out here. Okay. If there any ninja watchers, can I get a good in the chat? If we got sound and visual. If not, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna rewind. Sound kind of low to me. And then I'm gonna do my intro. Okay. And what's my intro? Welcome back to Pills, Potions, and Poisons with me, NAllenRx. I'm a pharmacist. But I'm not here in a professional capacity. As you can see tonight, I'm already wearing my Black Friday clothes. My cousin found this on Nordstrom. She's like, "Oh, you should buy this. This would be cool." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna wear it tonight." All right, so I'm not here in a professional capacity, but I do have expert level knowledge and information that I can share with you guys. But there's one thing I always need you guys to keep in mind when you're here on the channel with me. What's that, Aunt Allen? I'm not your pharmacist. I am not your pharmacist. I'm not your pharmacist. So, what are we talking about tonight? Who is our main character? It is our guy, James Craig. Let's shout him out, but not really, you know. I forgot to look this up, but it'll only take me a quick second. What is the setting of tonight's stream? It's Aurora, Colorado. And as you guys know, if you've been here before, I always have to give you like a little fifth grade social studies, just in case one day y'all gonna be on, if you're smarter than a fifth grader. We need to know what's the Colorado's nickname, or what is it known as? What is it known as? Let's see. It's known as the what state? The Centennial State. I wasn't expecting that. Why do they call it that? It says tallest sand dunes, blah, 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 nature, beauty. I've been to Colorado a couple times. I've been skiing in Colorado. What else I did in Colorado? I drove through another part on my way to somewhere else. Okay, so yeah, who are we talking about? This guy's not just anybody. His name is Dr. James Craig. He's a dentist. And what did he do? Well, our guy James, I don't know if some of you ever been in relationships, but these relationships and these marriages, they can be a little tough at times. And sometimes, these individuals, they decide that, they want to start seeing other people without anybody knowing it. And then they get so caught up in their, side and outside situations that, they want to leave their current situation. Well, you can't just leave your current situation. You can't just walk out like that, right? Especially when you got 6 kids like James had. 6 kids and a wife. So James came up with the bright idea to get rid of his wife because he wanted to be with his girlfriend. How did he do that? How did he want to do that? Well, he tried to poison her with allegedly cyanide, arsenic, and one of our new favorites, tetrahydrozoline, also known as Visine. So what we're going to do, we're going to check out James. He had a little commercial that he did on YouTube that I found on YouTube about his practice. This was before, he got into all this trouble and trying to get rid of his wife. And while he's been sitting in jail, I think they were starting to pick jurors for his trial that was going to be coming up at some point. James decided, look, I'm going to get rid of the detective as well. Not only just my wife, the detective as well, who's working on the case, set up some kind of murder for hire to get rid of this man. So, but anyway, let's look at where it all began. So let me do this right here. I'll be out for a day or two and then I'll be back. I still gotta start all the way over again. Don't that suck? Okay, share the screen. There are no followers on there. That ain't got nothing to do with these. I ain't even like it because I'm like, no one likes it. Well, they got like 12 likes. But nobody, he got 8,000 views on this video. But I don't think they really fooling with him like that. Okay, so let's do this. This is where it all began. Back in the day when he was working and he was free. If you're in here, let me know if we got sound. Wait, I always like to turn on the captions too.
My name is Dr. Jim Craig, and I practice at Summerbrook Dental Group.
That's him, y'all. That's the famous doctor.
My approach to dentistry begins with sincerely listening to the patient and wanting to find out more about where they're coming from and what they're looking for and what they want. One of the things that makes Summerbrook Dental so unique is our ability and willingness to comfortably treat patients who have high anxiety about dental procedures. Most dentists don't want to see those types of patients in their practice because it's difficult and it can be hard to overcome that anxiety.
It can be hard to overcome that anxiety unless they give you a Valium. And a lot of times they do. Because y'all be scared of the dentist. Why are you so scared of the dentist like that?
On that though, I love the challenge. I love creating an environment where people are surprised at how comfortable they are. I like to put together some options for the patient because dentistry can be expensive. Dentistry can be scary. Dentistry can be uncomfortable. Not every treatment plan can fit every patient. And so I want to let the patients know what's possible so that when they leave this office, they feel like they own their own treatment plan. And that way we make sure that we're giving the patients exactly what they want. The feedback that we receive from patients is overwhelmingly positive. We have such a great team here that I don't have to worry too much about what everybody's experience is going to be because it's always good.
It's always good.
What I like most about this place is the people, the smiles on their faces and the greetings they offer when you come in the door.
What I love most about this practice is how nice and friendly they are and how they always make me feel welcome. I got crowns done on my front teeth and now I'm not super self-conscious about them and I like them. If someone asked me if they should come to this practice, I would tell them absolutely 100%.
This experience was probably one of the best I've ever had in a dentist chair.
The most satisfying thing about my job is when a patient leaves and they say, wow, that was a lot easier than I expected it to be. I love to make dentistry easy for people.
You wouldn't even think that he was ordering cyanide and stuff out of his office when he, looking like that. People are weird. Hi, Christopher. Regulators. Regulator. Mount up. He's giving me the hand clap. I'm going to take that as a good. He also says he sees the hair. Thank you, Christopher. When I be in between styles, I'll be like, what am I going to do? But, every now and then I get y'all the natural and it'd be like natural, okay? But thank you for coming into the chat and thank you for commenting, Christopher, as well. So tonight we're talking about this guy, James Craig. He's a dentist. He allegedly poisoned his wife because he was ready to go and be with his girlfriend. Y'all, you ain't got to kill a woman just because you want to be with somebody else. It'd be like, just go ahead and be with somebody else. These kind of conversations, it always turns from like, okay, the drug and because I told y'all every time somebody's gonna get drugged around here. That's why I'm not talking about YSL tonight because I need somebody to get drugged around here. Okay, so it's always they won't just leave. They won't just get a divorce. They won't just like, let's separate. It's like, man, I gotta end their life because of what? You want to be with somebody else, like just be with somebody else. Like, how hard is that? I mean, is it that hard? I don't know yet. I'm still trying to see what I'm gonna do. But anyway, so yes, that's what he's doing. So let's go back, guys. I'm gonna show y'all. I always gotta give y'all a little, extra. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about his story, how it all went down, how it all started. This is from March 2023. What I really was to show y'all the whole little clip on is it 48 hours? But I feel like they ain't gonna let me do that, I'll be doing that'll be a little bit too much. But of course, I'm gonna do a little read aloud to y'all and y'all follow along. Y'all know I've been off here a few days, so work with me. Bear with me. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to remove this. Anyway, how was y'all's break? If y'all had a break, some of y'all always on break. Some of y'all live on break. I was on break too. I was off for several days. I went on in and worked for Thanksgiving. I was like, what did I say? Why did I say I would work for Thanksgiving? Sometimes, you be volunteering for stuff and then you're like, what was I thinking? I worked the day before too. They needed somebody to work Friday, but I was like, I'm in my right mind at this point. I'm not doing it. But every holiday, I don't know if y'all have ever heard me tell these stories. Every time I work on a holiday, it's always some kind of interesting, situation going on. This time I was at 24 hour store. I always go work. If I work a holiday, I always go work at the same store. Anyway, it's a 24-hour store. And what had happened was, people calling all day with their same old questions. Are y'all open? Like, yeah, we answering the phone, ain't we? Hey, how long y'all gonna be open? It's 24 hours. Like, it's 24 hours. You can believe it. This is not a joke. These 24-hour stores, they are literally, it's 24 hours. That's the pharmacy, that's the store, that's the whole deal. It's open, okay? Come on in. And I always got to get one weird call. And the weird call of this particular day was this lady, she said, well, the technician, she was like, Nastasha, this lady on the phone, she talking about she got bit by a squirrel. I say, a squirrel? What? What? A squirrel? Like, I'm already like, this is a joke. Like, how you get bit by a squirrel? Like, seriously, who gets bit by a squirrel and how? Hold on, y'all. I ain't even put that up there yet. Still can't. I got to get this cursor on, y'all. I'll never choose the right screen. Said I was going to write some steps and put them down, like, on a post-it on the computer, like, so I would know what to do and then do it. But But anyway, I said, oh my goodness, I ain't got no fake phone. So I get the phone. I said, so pharmacist, how can I help you? She says, I have a rash. I'm like, thought you said this woman got bit by a squirrel. She said she did. I said, okay, you have a rash? Yeah. I said, okay. I said, what type of rash? Like, what do you think it's from? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, I also got bit by a squirrel. I'm like, girl, in my head, you got bit by a squirrel? Okay, is the rash where the squirrel bit you? Well, I got a tetanus shot. I said, okay. She's like, but the rash. I'm like, the bite. I can't stop thinking about this squirrel bite. So she's like, well, I'm heading out of town and I need to do something about this rash I have. I said, is the rash, is it near the bite? Like, what is this? I think it's eczema. It's close to where I got bit by the squirrel. What the hell are we talking about, baby? What are we talking about? And why are we talking about? So then she keeps going. She's like, yeah, and I just really don't want to go out of town. I'm heading out of town for the holidays on the holiday. And I just don't want to, have this rash on me. So I'm like, what about the squirrel bite? She was like, she still felt like she had some kind of fever. She wasn't feeling well. She was like, can you tell me something to put on this rash? I'm like, can you just go to urgent care, trust care? Fast pace, whatever they call, the overnight, urgent care places around here. And she was like, well, I would go to them, but I owe them. I said, what? She was like, she got a bill from the last time. So she didn't want to go back there. I'm like, I ain't too out of touch. I understand. You armed, you don't want to go, but ain't nobody gonna get paid if you, die if you got rabies or something. I'm like, have you tried to drink some water and you try to drink water and you got rabies? That's how you gonna know you got rabies. Y'all ever watch these videos on YouTube where people got rabies? Oh my God, y'all. And they try to drink water. It's like, it's crazy. Y'all gotta watch it. I'm telling you, you gotta watch it. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give y'all we're gonna read about this. We're gonna get the backstory on what happened with James and his wife, okay? And then we're gonna catch up on what he's been doing since then, because James is not done with all the things that James is doing, okay? Because James is a problem, okay? But y'all look up those rabies videos and let me know how y'all think a person can get bit by a squirrel, because anytime I come into any close contact with squirrels, like when they run across the street, or if they like trying to get a quick nut or something somewhere like that, they run away. They don't just be like attacking you. This is not a raccoon we talk about. And raccoons, I almost ran over a raccoon the other day. It was by my side. I was like, oh my God, this thing will get up. It's worse than a deer almost. But anyway, y'all look up those rabies videos, okay? This is crazy. So yeah, let me know how y'all think this lady got bit by a squirrel. And if y'all think this was a prank call, because I kind of felt like they was playing with me. So let's get back to James in Aurora, Colorado. He's a dentist. His wife lost her life due to a possible poisoning from him. He attempted to poison her on another occasion, and she kind of brings that up, on the way to the hospital, whatever situation. It's real weird, y'all, but listen up, okay? Okay, here we go. What's the name of this article? This is from March 23rd, 2023. This is when the incident originally happened, okay? We're going to go to NBC News. A Colorado dentist accused of killing his wife by poisoning her. Y'all can see this? Y'all can see this. This is up close to me. Poisoning her protein shakes. Here we go again. Just sidebar. The dad that poisoned the mango smoothies, he going to jail. I got an update on that too. I don't know if we can tack that on at the end or something like that, but just FYI, he in trouble. He got, the girls, sleepover dad, y'all remember him. He got sentenced too. Okay. But mango shakes, no drinks, nowhere outside of your home. Okay. Just don't even drink nothing. Especially if you got rabies and you try to drink some water. Okay. Anyway, Shakes was formally charged Thursday as a family friend said she was shocked to learn about his double life. Living a double life. Prosecutors filed a first-degree murder charge against James Tolliver Craig and Arapahoe County District Court, accusing him of having laced Angela Craig's drinks with arsenic and cyanide. Dang, this is cold-blooded. Police allege in an arrest warrant that Craig, 45 at the time, a dentist in Aurora, killed his wife to work on starting a new life with another woman. This is him and his wife. Lord have mercy, y'all. They be wanting, you can't just start your new life. I'm like, why can't you just start your new life? Why somebody else got to lose their life for you to start your new life? And he just cheesing back on here. Look at him. Lord have mercy. Angela Craig, a mother of his 6 kids. She was married to him. Gave him 6 kids, y'all. Man, okay. Was pronounced brain dead Saturday. She had gone to the hospital 3 days before complaining of a severe headache and dizziness. The third time she had been to the hospital in less than 2 weeks, according to the arrest warrant for her husband. That afternoon, she had a severe seizure and began to decline rapidly, according to the arrest warrant. She was eventually placed on life support and died. She was remembered in her obituary as having an unbound sense of humor and quick wit. Her husband didn't like it. And as someone who used her gifts to elevate those around her, especially her children. Yeah, this is so sad. She was also active in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, filling multiple positions, including choir director, teacher, youth organization leader, and family history consultant, the obituary said. Laura Packard, a friend of the family whose husband grew up with James Craig in Kansas. James ain't even from there. He from Kansas, like the Wicked Witch of Oz. Or was that Dorothy? Unlimited, you're defying gravity. He says that Angela was a great mom who was supportive of her children and husband of 23 years, 11 years. You give a man 23 years and 6 children. And this is how you repay me? As well as an active member of church in her community. She said that she had not been aware of marital problems between the couple and that the two seemed happy. And when we were around, they always seemed happy. People would be like, what? And he's like, yeah, this is what's happening. She said she would have described Craig as intelligent and hardworking, as well as a deeply religious person who came from a good family. Good family. We were super impressed with the things he'd done with his life, and not to say that there was any question that he would do any less than that, she said. He was raised better than this. Was he, though? She said her family was devastated when they learned Angela had died, and then in shock and disbelief at the allegations against Craig. The whole situation is just a shock. But to think that he had another life, supposedly that something else existed other than what we saw on the surface, that's also a shock to me. That's what she said. The public defender listed as representing Craig did not immediately respond, blah, blah, blah. The state public defender's office says on his website is a policy, practice, blah, blah, blah. Representing charge, criminal defense do not comment on. Oh, they don't. Okay. So what happened next? What happened? Angela Craig had been hospitalized previously. Okay. He did this. He tried it more than once. Like he tried it, y'all. So this man, like, I don't want to give it away, but I mean, it's given away. He's ordering supplies out of the dentist's office. What you need cyanide for in the dentist's office? You know, when they say we have to stay within our scope of practice, you got to stay within your scope of practice. And there's nothing in any practice that I know of in like healthcare in general, unless they're doing some kind of research or something, well, you need to be ordering cyanide. I mean, what for? The police warrant, which provides details about the Craigs' troubled marriage, reveals that friends and colleagues suspected that James may have played a role in sickening his wife and that they shared those fears with authorities. Oh, they went on told on James, his colleagues. After having learned that Angela Craig was in the hospital on March 15th, one of Craig's business partners told a nurse that he suspected she might have been poisoned, according to the warrant. The business partner, who said he and Craig had known each other for more than 20 years and had been partners since Craig acquired his dental practice in August 2002, later told police that Craig had recently had an order of potassium cyanide. Shipped to their office, although there was no medical reason. You got to have a medical reason for such a substance at a dental practice, the warrant said. It's like, what are you thinking? You gotta know. They're gonna know. They're not gonna know. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. It's like, what we got this for? I be getting mad about the order. Like, what we need this cyanide for? Anyway, the business partner told police that Craig had, confided in him that he and Angela were having marital problems. He's starting that lie. You know how they be doing. They start like spreading their little rumors, lying about the problems at the house. And she like, what problems? You didn't tell me nothing. Angela's sister told police that the marriage had always been tumultuous. Oh, her sister knew. Okay, they be knowing. And that Craig had multiple affairs with several women, had been addicted to pornography. Dang, Craig. And had drugged Angela about 5 or 6 years ago. He been poisoning a woman before. He drugged her before. Now, women, a lot of times they will stay through infidelity. And I told y'all this. it'd be hard to leave on the first time, whatever the reason may be. Even though you know it's not right. You're like, I need to get out of here. But, did he really try to poison me? Did he really do that? Did he really mean it? I don't mean it. They mean it. Okay, but it's just you can't just be like, I'm out. I've never seen it happen. Like, oh, you messed up? Red flag, I'm out. It's like, we human. Make up all kind of excuses for these people. Anyway, the sister said Angela had told her multiple times over the years that she was going to leave her husband. She said she was going to leave. But she said that James always convinced her to stay. They going to do that. And sometimes you just going to stay. They ain't even like trying. An office manager also told police that the couple were having marital problems and that Craig had recently mentioned his wife wanted a divorce, according to the warrant. Okay. The office manager also told officers that she intercepted a package of potassium cyanide that had been delivered to the office days before Angela was hospitalized, and that she was aware of her having fallen ill twice before. Angela was first hospitalized March 6th. The office manager told police, according to the warrant, James made himself and his wife protein shakes before a workout that morning. The office manager said that after the workout, Angela became faint and dizzy, and James Craig had to take her to the hospital. The office manager said that during Angela's first two hospitalizations, Craig had said he did not think that his wife was going to make it. He already like, I don't think she's going to make it. I don't think she's going to make it, y'all. It's like, hold up, man. Can you, we already at the Church of Latter-day Saints. Can we be a little bit more hopeful? Have a little more faith? Not saying be delusional, but he's like, man, I don't think she's going to make it. She ain't going to make it. He's like, she just got a stomach bug. She ain't going to make it. She ain't going to make it. Potassium cyanide was shipped to James' office. Police said that leading up to Angela's third visit to the hospital, Craig told the office manager he was receiving a personal package that should not be opened. Don't open it this time. You opened it last time. Try it again. You're going to get some. When the office manager found the package, which had already been opened, she noticed a biohazard sticker and a canister labeled potassium cyanide, according to the warrant. The office manager saw that the package was for Craig and sealed it and gave it to him. Okay, so the other person opened it and then this person sealed it back? They lost me right there for a second. Later, the office manager did a Google search for potassium cyanide and noted that side effects of ingesting it matched the same symptoms Angela had been exhibiting over the last week, including nausea, vomiting, and low blood pressure. The office manager contacted another colleague with information about the potassium cyanide package after Angela went to the hospital a third time. 3 times with the same symptoms. That coworker told the business partner about the contents of the package. When the business partner confronted Craig about the package, Craig first said it contained a ring to surprise Angela. What? But he later admitted to its contents, saying that he bought potassium cyanide at Angela's request, but that he did not think she would actually take it. Y'all. He said she wanted the potassium cyanide. That's what he said. I got it for her. She wanted it, but I didn't think she was really going to use it, That's what he said. The business partner then told Craig to stop talking and get a lawyer, according to the rule. You need to stop talking. You're going to be in trouble. Because it's like, are you thinking? It's like, no, they're going to believe it. They're not. They're going to know. They're not going to know. They're going to know. For this, they're going to know. Stop talking. Get you a lawyer. According to the warrant, Craig told a caseworker with Child Protective Services on March 16 that Angela was in a bad way and that her depression had increased after he asked for a divorce in December. He said he asked for a divorce. He ain't asked for no divorce. It's very few times that men ask for a divorce, and I think it'd be pretty bad when they do. Because most of the time they just ride it out, whatever it is. Or, they already doing what they want to do. They don't care about leaving everything like it is because they doing what they want to do. So a man filed for divorce. There's something going on there. But he lying. He ain't filed for no divorce. In totality, the investigation has proven that James has gone to great lengths to try and end his wife's life. In a statement Friday, Angela Craig's family said they were heartbroken over the loss of their sweet Angie. She was deeply loved by both the Prey and Craig. Who name was Prey? Y'all. Her maiden name was Prey. Craig is sick. I mean, James is sick. How you going? And this is a very difficult time for all of us. We thank God, the knowledge that we know, blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, I should read that. I mean, whatever. The warrant also details a relationship between Craig and a Texas orthodontist. Oh, one of his colleagues, whom he arranged to fly to Colorado while his wife was hospitalized. Let me say this. This is not about, what we're talking about, but it kind of is. Do you not care? It's like, okay, like I want to do the other woman. Do she be knowing? Sometimes sometimes they know. They know, sometimes they don't know. But I want to know, like, did she know that she probably didn't know he was poisoning her. Because she probably she didn't know he wanted her that bad. I could be toxic at times saying things like that. But whatever. So she probably didn't know he was poisoning her. But did she know that his wife was in the hospital? And if she did, I mean, what? Like, what's her name? Lori Vallow? Like, the wife in the hospital because he poisoned her because he want to be with you. And he flying you up there this week. Like, she in the hospital right now. He flying you up there. I mean, do you ask him where his wife is? She know he got a wife. I think she knows. But I mean, does she ask him? So where is Angela? Trying to be sassy. So where your PO, your probation officer? Okay, y'all, let me get back to the story. What did I say? He brought his girlfriend, colleague up there while his wife was in the hospital after he poisoned. Police said they found that Craig was using a new email account with multiple orders for poison, as well as emails that were intimate in nature and contained sexually explicit conversations with the Texas dentist. Oh my goodness, y'all! Like, get rid of that stuff. You can't get rid of it. It else. So it's like, how did they? Oh, you got me. I ain't say that. It appears James was flying this woman into Denver while his wife and the mother of his children was dying in the hospital. The emails included dates for the Texas dentist to travel from Austin and Denver for a trip from March 8th to 10th, according to the warrant. Angela was in the hospital from March 9th to the 14th. Oh my goodness. A flight itinerary for another trip for March 16th to the 20th was he was like, oh my God. The 8th to the 10th, was that a weekend? And then my wife was in the hospital. So it was like, okay. The girlfriend came. He couldn't get out. His plan got expedited because the girlfriend landed on the 8th. Wife went to the hospital on the 9th. He like, yeah, let me give you these shakes. Where the shakes at? Let's go and get ready to exercise. Here go your shake. Man, give you a shake. You go to the hospital, he going back to the hotel, wherever he got his girlfriend staying. You in there. He's like, okay, well, come back the next weekend. He want the girlfriend to come back the next weekend, the following weekend. Wife end up getting out of early. Like, okay, I don't care. I'm gonna bring my girlfriend up here again anyway. I need to see her. Police included in the warrant an email alleged to be from the Texas dentist in which it appears Craig told her something had happened to Angela. Okay. Hi, honey. I'm so sorry for what has transpired this week in your world. The email said, according to images, what? She said, hi, honey. He said something happened to Angela. He said something happened to her. Because I imagine he ain't using his wife's name. I feel like they never referred to their wife as a person like her. And he's like, her, old girl, you know, like something like that, just not saying the name, not making her a human, you know. So I gotta like throw it off like that. So she says, honey, so sorry for what happened in your world this week. Like the nerve of her to get sick and we supposed to be hanging out. I do want to give you any comfort I can, but I do not feel it's right for me to mix in with all of those gathering to more. What? Wait, this was after she passed? I do want to give you any comfort I can, but I do not feel it is right for me to mix in with all of those gathering to mourn Angela either. And I do not want to meet your family as a friend and try to conceal what I feel for you. Woo! Yeah, I knew about the case. Of course, shout out to my research team that be giving me all this information. They're like, there's an update on that dentist that killed his wife. So I got some of the details. I was like, okay, what he used to do it with? This is pills, potions, and poisons. We're going to talk about the drugs. We're going to talk about the poison. I didn't know how juicy this little, situation was. This woman say, look, let me pull myself up on this because I always got this how I feel like it went down. And what was she typing this in the email? Dang, she shouldn't have been typing the email. I wish, we could have been, she could say this what they said, but I guess there's no way to get the, what the conversation was unless their lines was tapped and their lines wasn't tapped. Like, why would their lines be tapped? So this is what she said. She's typing in a message. She's like, she's probably in her head like, I'm thinking, it's sad that his wife died. I'm not thinking anywhere in my head that he had anything to do with his wife dying. I can't. That's not what happened. Not my James. My James would never do anything to hurt her. And he probably told that girl that she did something to herself because how these men be lying. Lord knows they be lying. Anyway, she's like, and he's like, just come down. Come. I need you to be with me, not come down. Come up to Colorado from Austin. Come up. I just really need you to be here with me right now. That's what he typing. And she's like, I do want to give you comfort. I want to be there for you. I want to comfort you, hold you in my bosom, whatever she want to do. But I don't feel it's not right for me to be down there, around her family and yours. And, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't want to meet your family as some friend or some colleague because you know how I feel about you. I'm in love with you. So why would I'm not going to do that to myself. And, I just, I'll see you after all of this kind of blows over. I can't try to hide how I feel about you. They're going to know. They're not going to know. They're going to know. They're going to know. They always know. Ooh, wait. James, like, this woman talking like that to me? I love her. Is this it? Okay, y'all. Woo, tell me what y'all think about that. This is how it all began. This is where we started. This is how it started. Let me see what y'all talk about in this chat, guys. So, James had him a chick on the side. She was talking to him like that. She was feeling him the way he was feeling her. His wife was in the way. Sometimes these wives, they be in the way. Oh, my goodness. And, it ain't like he just, he can't just get a divorce. And then you got 6 kids. He got a dental practice, which, we're going to get to talk about his practice. It always be about money, too. It be money involved. But Lord have mercy. Let me see what y'all talk about in this chat. We're going to say what? What we say? Regulators. Mount up. I found a clip on IG, and it was like, I was today years old, and it played like where that came from. And it was like, you got to earn your keep. It was real. I'm going to find it, and I might play it for y'all tonight. But anyway, shout out to Christopher Weeds. We already shouted you out, Christopher. Y'all know him. What's up, Christopher Weeds? Welcome back. He got the hand clap. He said he sees the hair. He also, the sweater is very creative. Love it for the stream. Thank you. I know y'all get tired of that white coat, don't you? I be dressing up under that white coat, but I'm like, I gotta give y'all the white coat, even though I'm not here in professional capacity. Sometimes I get off work. Okay. Jocelyn 8. Hey, y'all. Jocelyn 8, she was in the studio a couple days ago. She's down for the holidays. We almost had a stream. She was gonna be here. She's gonna be a part of it. But these folks, they keep you busy. These other people, these parentals, they got stuff for you to do. So anyway, but maybe next time we get her to come up on the show. Anyway, till next time. Terrell Levon, she say, what? Not bit by a squirrel and only worry about her seasonal eczema before she hits the road. Yes, that was her main concern. That was her main concern. She kept saying, but it's this rash though. I'm like, you just don't care about the bite? You don't care about the bite at all? She's like, no, I got a shot. I hope that helps. And I can't go back to urgent care because I owe them folks money. Then I forgot the rest of it. She was like, she said, are y'all the only pharmacy that's open today? I said, as far as I know. Then she's like, what time you get out? I say, it don't matter. Person coming in after me ain't gonna tell you nothing. They ain't gonna tell you what I told you. They ain't gonna even entertain it. So, that's what happened with that. So let's go on. Let's move on, guys, to what happened next. Hold on. Y'all give me just a second here. Uh-oh. Okay, so after our dear James, he did all that, he got arrested, right? And after he got arrested, he's in the hospital. What happened there? You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna play this. Should I play this video or should I maybe I should do a little more reading. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read it to y'all. Then I play y'all the clip from Law and Crime with the updates. Okay, just one moment, please. And y'all get active in the chat, and thanks to those of you who have been getting active in the chat. Okay. I mean, do people not believe in divorce now or what? Like, why do you have to kill the wife or the husband? Like, because, everybody can get it. It's equal opportunity. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I went too far. What? I'm messing up, y'all. Hold on. This thing taking me everywhere I don't want to go. Is this it? Okay. Here we go. Wait, is that the one I already did? Okay, this is the most updated information. We don't see any for this. Okay, this is James, y'all. James actually like he lost a little weight since he been in jail. All right, that's when he originally went to jail. Wait, creating the 10 violence. All right, a starkly different portrait of the dentist and father of 6 emerges in the affidavit. Okay, did we talk about this? Okay, here we go. This is what James is up to now, y'all. And let me know what y'all think about this in the chat. James, first of all, they said James allegedly killed his wife. Put a 1 in the chat if you think James did it. Put a 2 in the chat if you like, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to go with 1. I'll be the first one in the chat, wherever I typed the 1 in. Anyway, this is while he was in there, right? Craig has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder and other charges in the death. Man, I'm already signed in, bruh. Hold on, y'all. How much I gotta pay these people? They just like me using this app. Okay. First degree murder, other charges of death. Okay. Investigators uncover alleged plot to kill a detective. Play with James if y'all want to. James trying to get everybody out the way. Okay. Also, this is not about the drugger, but the other woman. When you find out this man tried to kill his wife, or he did kill his wife, can I say kill? I don't know. I done said it now. What do you do? Do you be like, dang? Because, if you toxic, hold on. If you toxic, you be like, you did all that for me. Baby, what I told y'all, your wish is my will. He's like, get rid of your wife? I'm leaving her. Like, no, get rid of her. Do the other woman be pushing this? Is she doing that? Or is this man like so crazy about you that he would do anything? These people be falling for anything, y'all. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Don't do that. Okay, on what was to be the first week of Craig's trial, prosecutors and police accused him of plotting the murder of an Aurora detective who investigated the case. He's like, man, they trying to out me. I ain't going. Craig faces 2 additional felony charges, including solicitation to commit first-degree murder, according to a court filing by prosecutors with the 18th Judicial District Attorney's Office. The defendant attempted to convince a fellow inmate to commit the crime, according to police and the amended complaint. The document does not disclose the intended target, but Aurora police confirmed to CNN it was one of the detectives who investigated the case. Ooh. Neither the complaint nor the police department identified the detective in the alleged murder plot. Okay. The 18th Judicial District Attorney's Office has declined to provide more information. The new charges were filed November 22nd, one day after Craig's defense attorney, Harvey Steinberg, withdrew from the case. He was up to something. His attorney just like, I can't help you, Craig. I can't help you, James. I gotta get out of here. Tell me something. Court records show Craig has not yet retained a new attorney. His trial is on hold until he gets new legal representation. I wonder, how long can he stall this out? But I know these people be changing lawyers and asking for more time and all that kind of BS. That's what Sarah Boone was doing. Speaking of which, she got sentenced today too, or yesterday. The suitcase murder lady. She got life. She ain't even bat an eye. She was like, whatever. She probably still blaming everybody else being narky. Court records show okay. The judge in the case approved the request of Craig's former attorney to leave after a closed-door hearing last month. CNN has reached out to Steinberg for comment. In his request, Steinberg cited 2 rules of professional conduct, according to prosecutors. The first states the client persists in a course of action involving the lawyer's services that the lawyer reasonably believes is criminal or fraudulent. Come on, James. You can't be asking people to do stuff like that. And James probably, I don't think he got no money no more. And the second, that the client insists upon taking action that the lawyer considers repugnant or with which the lawyer has a fundamental disagreement. See, these people be wilding. He know James guilty. Jury selection was supposed to begin on the day Craig's attorney withdrew. Craig's next hearing is scheduled for December 16th. I can't wait. Oh, that's her. Man, you give a man 6 children. 6. She probably had them all too. I don't care when I say my ass C-section. I don't care. Like, you ain't real, whatever. 6 kids and 23 years of marriage. 23. 11 years. On March 15, 2023, Angela Craig complained of a severe headache and dizziness and was later declared medically brain dead at a hospital, Aurora police said. The arrest warrant affidavit stated it was Angela Craig's third visit to the hospital that month. We just read all that. Hospital medical personnel could not find a known medical condition that would have caused Angela's rapid medical decline. During a March 15, 2023 hospital visit, Craig sent a message to Michelle Redfern, the wife of his business partner, Ryan Redfern, describing Angela's condition as grave. The couples are friends. Okay? I thought it should be the couples are friends. The couple are friends. Okay, that's not important. James Craig had been texting Michelle regularly since Angela's hospital visit on March 9th. She's a professor with a doctorate in nursing and asked him to keep her updated. Okay? Oh man, he got too many colleagues around him. Angela Craig had reported feeling dizzy and weak, but doctors could not determine the cause. In the text, James Craig included detailed information about the medical test his wife received. He texted 2 photos of hospital personnel working on his wife in a crowded room. If it wasn't my wife, this would be kind of a fun puzzle to try to work out. What? James, you're tripping. If it wasn't my wife, this would be kind of a fun puzzle. It's like this is a case study? What? Another text from Craig read, it's weird not being able to wake her up. Come on, Craig. Michelle Redford told CNN on Friday that the couple declined to comment because they expect to testify at trial. Her husband, who is also a dentist, her husband is a dentist. James is a dentist. She's a nurse and a professor. James, come on. Her husband, who is a dentist, told investigators he was business partners with Craig since August 2022. He acquired Craig's practice, which was struggling financially. Knew it was money somewhere involved, or lack thereof. The 2 men attended dental school together and had known each other for more than 2 decades. Ryan Redfern described Craig as a risk taker. Tell me about it. Who was on the verge of bankruptcy again, after filing for bankruptcy in 2021. On the day of Angela's final emergency room visit, Ryan and Michelle Redfern went to the hospital where he told a nurse that he suspected his business partner's wife had been poisoned. Ryan told the nurse James Craig had recently ordered potassium cyanide at their office when there was no medical reason or purpose for the lethal substance at the practice. Okay? Please don't make this any worse. Michelle Redfern told investigators about a call Craig made to her and her husband after the couple's hospital visit, according to the affidavit. She overheard the conversation on car's speakerphone. Craig said he heard some disturbing information and asked if Ryan had said anything to hospital personnel. Ryan told Craig he had told hospital staff about the package delivered to their office. I told him about that package. So do whatever you think you need to do. Craig initially said the package contained a ring for Angela, but ultimately admitted what was in it. We know what was in it. An office manager had opened the parcel and reported its contents to Redfern. Craig told Redfern that Angela had asked him to order it. I don't think she really gonna take it. You think that? Stop talking, get a lawyer. We got that part. In a text, okay? Oh, Craig made an urgent plea, asking his friend not to speak with law enforcement. Don't talk to the police. Let me handle it. You don't know anything, don't say anything. Stay out of it. Robert, what his name was? I don't know. You are under no obligation to answer their questions, so shut up. And you will do more damage than good to my family by continuing to insert yourself into this. Translation, stay out of my damn business, okay? Stay out of it. Don't put yourself in this. This ain't got nothing to do with you, okay? Ooh. Craig wrote, according to, oh, he screenshotted. His homeboy screenshotted, sent it to the police. Oh, in the lengthy message, Craig accused Redfern of unleashing a horrible storm on his family and pleaded that if there was any love in your heart for me, please don't make this any worse by talking to any officers. I beg you. Craig concluded, also, please do not respond to this text message until I text you again. They got it. They got it. They already got the metadata. I feel drugged. Investigators also uncovered text messages between Craig and his wife. Y'all, I'm just not using my phone. Or we need to use FaceTime like they say in YSL trial. Because these text messages, they can get a little bit dangerous, okay? They can dig them back. They forever. Text messages are forever. I feel drugged, she wrote according to the screenshot. Wait, who screenshot? Oh, I guess the people that did the metadata screenshot it. I feel drugged. How you tell your husband? I feel like somebody drugged me. I feel like it's you. Given our history, I know that must be triggered. What? I feel drugged. He responds, given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you. I know I felt like this last time. Let me text him and see if I think he did something. I'm gonna just send this feeler and see what he say. I'm just gonna see what he say. I'm gonna just tell him I feel drugged. They hear that. What is? I used to have a sound. I need a sound for like a text message come through. Shh. It ain't there. Mwah. It ain't that either. I don't know. Anyway, so she get a message back. Given our history, she reading it. I know this must be triggering. Just for the record, I did not poison you. I wonder if her face looked like that when she read that. So it was confirmed that the previous time that he did poison her. And now it's like, you feel sick and nauseous. Every time you gonna do this every single time? Every time you feel like you feeling sick or nauseous or something, you gonna blame me? Because I just tried to drug you 1, maybe 2 times before this. I didn't drug you. Just for the record. Whew. They got a weird story. In the few weeks before her death, James Craig used a computer at his dental practice to research multiple undetectable poisons and make internet searches including how many grams of pure arsenic would kill a human? What? And YouTube searches for how to make poison and top 5 undetectable poisons that show no signs of foul play. All of that in the title? What, Craig? Man, this is crazy. Angela Craig's sister told investigators the couple's marriage was tumultuous, and she was told by Angela that James Craig had previously drugged her because he was planning to attempt self-exit and didn't want his wife to be able to stop him. What? So, y'all, I gotta interpret like out loud. I gotta speak this out loud. I'm thinking this through out loud. So she said he tried to drug me before because it's like, as a sister, I always think about like this third person, whoever they are, like that's listening to this, like how they taking it. Well, I feel like I'm being drugged again because James, he tried to poison me before. Do tell. Yeah, he only did that because he was trying to get rid of his own life. He was trying to do a self-exit. And if I were alive, he knew that I would stop him. So he wanted to get rid of me first. And then get rid of, take his own life. And that was a good enough excuse for you? You know, we ain't here to judge, especially not those who are no longer with us. But anyway, okay. So where was I at? Oh, okay. He didn't want his wife to be able to stop him. The affidavit said Craig told the Department of Human Services that his wife had been self-excital and had told fellow employees that his marriage was failing and he was in financial turmoil. Tell them about that, because that's the problem. And that girlfriend you got, she an orthodontist. She don't know about his money problems. These other women don't be knowing. They don't be knowing, but you know, if she had been a wife or something like that before, so she could probably understand. But if she was just like a girlfriend, had never been married and, you know, never been a wife, which it kind of sounds like the way she was so in love with him, you know, and listening to what he was saying, she had never been married before. She don't know these men be lying. But they be lying. You still love them, you know. The document said none of the people interviewed by investigators suggested Angela Craig had expressed, nobody ever heard this thing before in their life. He just lied on Angela again. After Angela Craig was declared medically brain dead on March 15, her sister told investigators, James told her he did not want an autopsy to take place. Of course not. James said he felt they couldn't figure out what was wrong with her when she was alive. He wouldn't let them poke her more when she was dead. That's okay, James. I like that. The Arapahoe County Coroner's Office found that Angela Craig ingested lethal doses of cyanide and tetrahydrozoline. Y'all know who that girl is. Y'all know her. If you ever watched any of my streams before, what is this? Tetrahydrozoline. Put it in the chat. You might win a prize. The prize of, you know, getting it right, but you know. Who knows what tetrahydrozoline is? What is it, the active ingredient in? Listing arsenic poisoning as a significant condition related to her death. She died on March 18, 2023. The affidavit said Craig, what is tetrahydrozoline? Y'all type it in the chat. We got a few of y'all ninja watchers out here. Please drop your comments, corrections, suggestions, and complaints into the comment section. And as always, thank you for shopping here. And it said he had been communicating with his side chick about some intimate relationship. What was he saying in those messages? Can we get those? I'd like to read those messages to y'all. The document said Craig bought the woman a ticket and flew to them while his wife and mother and children was in the hospital dying. Dang, Temu Black Friday. Okay, dang, y'all. This man just did not care. He didn't care. He was just ready to move on. And it's like, when you ready to move on, you just move on. Anyway, so some ways that they could have known what was going on, but it's like, I wonder. Okay, I think it is, what is it? I put it on my notes here. When you get cyanide poisoning, the main thing that people should like look for is an almond odor. Watched enough of these true crime shows, and you know, I looked it up right before I got on here. Like, I knew it was something significant about cyanide poisoning, and they all have all the same symptoms, but it's that almond smell. It's like, do almonds smell like anything? They do. Speaking of almonds, look at the chat, almond eyes. She said, hey, y'all. Hey, almond eyes. Y'all, let me know what you think. You know they back on a rampage around here. You seem like this time of year, is it me? I should have looked up some numbers on this, did a little research. Are people more prone to get into these type of situations over the holidays? Like divorces and getting rid of their spouses for a more permanent way? I want to see what the divorce rates are around the holidays. I mean, you know, does it at the time of year or any holidays? You know, it's like, what do the lonely do at Christmas? What's y'all favorite Christmas song if you celebrate? That's mine. I don't be lonely for Christmas. I don't never be lonely for Christmas. But that's how I love it. 'Tis the season. Welcome to the chat, Danny Omega. He said, what's up, y'all? What's up? Let me know what y'all think about this. Instead of the man just getting a divorce from his wife, he want to get rid of her. But now, it's like he could be in love with that other woman. Cool. But if he got her in some kind of insurance, there might be a little bit more of an incentive as well, because his business practice was failing again, according to his friend. According to his friend. And, he has significant debt. What do y'all think? Do y'all think, all right, let's do this again. Let's do another fake poll. One in the chat if you think he did it for the lover, girlfriend number 2. For my woman on TV 1. For my man. Usually it's, we out here, we doing it for my man. Usually it's a side chick, coming in to get rid of the wife for you or helping you get rid of the wife. Because it's like, that's my spot. I want to walk in them shoes. You can't walk in these shoes. These shoes ain't your size, baby. They not your size, okay? And you don't know. You don't know it's like walking these shoes because he lied too much. He be lying, okay? Anyway, for my woman. So if you think he did it for the woman, for the orthodontist's colleague girlfriend, put a 1 in the chat. If you think he did it for money, put a 2 in the chat. Y'all don't hear me. Let me know what y'all think he did it for. I need to know, because I'm thinking he did it for I need to see. Okay. What was that guy's name that he killed his wife and his 2 little girls? He threw them like something in grain bin. Y'all know them silos. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And like the neighbors had got him on the Ring camera and stuff. What was his name? I can't remember what his name was. She was pregnant with a 3rd child. He did that for his woman. He did that for his girlfriend on the side. I know he did, because he's like, man, just gone. This man had like got the woman going out to the hospital and all these different places. I feel like he could have been trying to collect on the check. Y'all let me know. So that's what okay, cyanide poisoning. Y'all need to look out for the almond scent for cyanide, arsenic. All these things, they are all the same. They present the same way. It's like, how would the patient present to the hospital or wherever with this type of poisoning? We're going to have always have a GI effects, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all this kind of stuff. Evidently, the almond smell with the cyanide, the tetrahydrozoline is the same stuff. All of it. All 3 things. And these things are not necessarily detectable, until like the toxicology report, and by then it's too late, I didn't mean to hit that button. I meant to hit this. Yeah, it's undetectable. And we still don't know how much of the tetrahydrozoline it takes, to have an exit situation. So that's what I got James is doing tonight. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Can y'all get active in the chat? Because I be needing a little back and forth with y'all sometimes. Because that's, I'm going to be getting sleepy if I don't. A lot of stuff be going on to me. I say this. It be in places like Colorado and Oregon and Washington and Iowa. Places like that. You don't hear a whole lot of this in Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, New York. Hey, Mr. CKB. I'm just down tonight. I don't have on my white coat, but I have on a peel sweater. Yeah, like this. It's kind of strange. I mean, it's interesting. It say the diet starts on Monday. Diet every day. Always got to be aware. Welcome to the chat, Mr. CKB. Okay, so maybe you can answer this question. I know you're not my attorney, but you on the team. You're on the legal team. I got the legal team. I got these other healthcare providers that are on my team as well. I have my research squad. I have a whole team. It takes a village to raise this channel. It takes all of that. Okay, thank you. Okay, so what I'm trying to ask you, okay, so with this guy, James, right? James is already in jail. They would get ready to start James's trial, jury selection, whatever. I don't know anything about this court situation. And James's attorney quit on him. The judge, like, you can go, because his attorney saying, James want me to do some stuff that's it's fraudulent. He want me to do some stuff that's illegal. James trying to get me to do some stuff I can't do. I'm not putting my license on the line for James. James ain't even paying me that much, ain't paying me no money, no way, because James can't even work, and his practice was failing before he even got in jail. So, So at this point, James has failed to retain a new attorney, a new representation. So at this point, his trial is on pause indefinitely. Is this some kind of game he could play? Like, how does that work? Because I know, with these divorces, when people be steady switching lawyers and all that stuff, and trying to buy time and waste time, they be like, oh, this lawyer got to get caught up to speed, whatever. Can he do that with this? I mean, he would still be in jail, while he's waiting. But can this be some kind of stall tactic? I mean, he did what they said he did. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. I don't know. Just what you think about that? If you know anything about that, if this is crazy of me to be thinking like this, because is this something that they could do? And we're not trying to give anybody any kind of tips or anything like that, because y'all already be, being fake lawyers out here. People who ain't lawyers always want to be a fake lawyer. You be like, let the people do that. Let the attorneys do their job. You say it depends. Okay, I'll take that, because I'm like, we ain't trying to help. I be saying stuff on here sometimes, and I be like, dang, I hope these people don't go out and use this. It's just information. I'm just talking, but it be like real stuff, So I'm wondering, like, why won't he just go and get another one? Why won't he just go and get another lawyer? And what the hell was he trying to get that man to do? But he probably told him about getting another inmate to get rid of the detective. Like, this detective, he got too, like, he getting too close. He getting too close. He got the answers. And my business partner, they damn mouth, they keep talking to the police. That's probably the same detective. He's like, I got to get rid of this detective. He knows too much. He got to go. He got to go. Whoever his cellmate was, he like, okay, do you know somebody who can kill somebody? Like, man, you know somebody. You a murderer? Did you murder your wife? Yeah, but I need somebody to do something right now on the outside, because it's the copy getting too close. It's like, man, you can't be murdering them. You can't be dealing with them. That's a bit much. You pushing it. He's like, whatever. They told on him. Here he go. The CKB says sometimes clients do things that would construe as a trial, but ultimately the court will appoint him an attorney. Okay, so he can't. Sometimes clients believe their attorney is against them or not pursuing their best interest. Them be the ones, don't it? Those be the ones that think they're attorneys too, don't they? I don't know this, but I feel like I think that those are the same people. Like, my lawyer ain't working for me. They ain't doing this. It's like, you can't do that. This is not something you could do. And like, nah, F him. I'm gonna fire them. I'm gonna get somebody else. And they get 5, 2 or 3 people, they just keep going on and on. But they think they're attorneys too, but they sure. Thank Thank you, Mr. CKB. I would just go away, y'all. I be in my head. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Yeah, so I'm just wondering. Yeah, I was wondering about that, if there was something that they would be doing, you know, as a stall tactic. So let me see what else I got here. Or I could just, let me see what this is. Okay, I'm gonna go to this live crime video and let y'all let them talk to us about like this whole lawyer situation. This man is James is tripping, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna start it here. This is crazy. Hold on, let me share it. This is so crazy. Y'all hold on just a second. I kind of got it now. Kind of. All right. Unlimited. I'm defying gravity. All right. This is Crime Fix. Y'all know me. I don't need no introduction in this.
And detectives say the dentist's Amazon history showed he ordered arsenic metal, where the description states,
can y'all hear it and see it? I know y'all can see it. I think y'all can hear it too.
The real danger is in swallowing it, which could very well prove fatal. Police say that he also searched how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human, and is arsenic detectable in autopsy. When Craig placed the order for potassium cyanide from Midland Scientific, an employee contacted him about some follow-up needs for the product. Craig filled out a restricted item usage statement form where he stated he was a surgeon performing craniofacial reconstruction. So he is using the chemical to check and see if it will help with the layering of alternative metals. Investigators say they accessed Angela's phone and found several messages between her and James, including things about the first day that she started feeling ill. In the text exchange, James mentions, "Given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you." According to the arrest affidavit, James drugged Angela around 5 years ago because he planned to go into their bathroom and give himself a lethal injection of something and commit suicide. He did this so she wasn't in a position to save him. Investigators also revealed that Craig had an affair with a woman whom he was flying out to Colorado while Angela was on her deathbed. The text messages between Craig and his so-called mistress are considered some of the most damning evidence against him. In January 2023, court documents say Craig wrote to the woman, "I'm not happy, but can't get divorced right now. I'm not suicidal, just stuck." The same day, they say he wrote, "I hope..."
You see that? I'm not happy. I just can't get divorced right now. Why?
"Hope you know I'm not putting you off. I still want to support you in every way, including financially."
What? They be triggered off. Oh my goodness.
"I have to do something about this situation. I'm in first, though." On February 2nd, he writes, "Do you know anyone who can help me with my problem down here? I can pay handsomely. I want to be..."
He talking to the side chick? I'm gonna call her girlfriend. She probably ain't that, you know, bad of a person. Who even knows?
"Be with you." The following day, he suggests hitting up a homeless person actually sounds like the only choice right now. He added, "I feel so trapped." Now back to those new charges.
Wait a minute. Yeah. This man is crazy. Was she responding to this?
Hitting up a homeless person actually sounds like the only choice right now. He added, "I feel so trapped." Now back to those new charges. Prosecutors say Craig tried to get a family member of a fellow inmate to create a deep fake video, yes, and that Craig wanted this video to show an image of Angela asking her husband to buy her poison. The video would be stamped February 27th, 2023. That was the day that prosecutors say Craig began his research on his work computer. Jeffrey Wolf is a criminal defense attorney based in Colorado, in Denver, actually. So I want to talk to you about this, Jeffrey. I'm really excited to get your thoughts. Harvey Steinberg is a well-respected attorney in the Denver area. So talk to me about how significant it is that he went to the court and said, I'm out. I can't do this. And it's because of these reasons, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, Harvey Steinberg looms large here in Denver. He's an incredibly well-respected attorney here in town. As you mentioned, he represents a lot of high-profile cases here in the area, a lot of sports figures. It's why people see him in the news a lot with cases that are nationally recognized here in the Denver area. And I happen to know him personally. I worked for him when I was in law school and know he's an excellent attorney and worth every dollar that his clients pay him, quite frankly. And the fact that this case got to the day of trial and he withdrew for reasons that he stated to the court that his client wanted to do something that he found morally repugnant is something not only that any lawyer wouldn't take very lightly to say to the court and to withdraw for such a reason, but something that certainly a lawyer like Harvey Steinberg wouldn't take lightly. This is a huge development in a case of this magnitude and of this level of significance in the Denver metro area. So it is a very large development in this case. And as we saw, and I'm sure we're going to talk about, there was a big development from the DA's office the very next day, right after that withdrawal.
Yeah, and we are going to talk about that. And that is the fact that the DA has filed an amended complaint. They're basically asking the court to add 2 new charges, one being solicitation of first-degree murder and solicitation of perjury. So basically, the DA is saying that James Craig wanted somebody to lie for him, and that James Craig was basically soliciting somebody, trying to get somebody to commit murder. So talk to me about those 2 charges, because those are, if this wasn't serious enough, it just took it to another level.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are incredibly serious charges, and we're not getting a lot of information here locally on exactly what is involved with those charges. What we're starting to hear trickle out from our local news sources here in Colorado is that the details behind that are that it was another inmate that he was locked up with in the Arapahoe County Jail, that he was being asked to murder the detective that was involved in the investigation of the case against James Craig, and that inmate then flipped to law enforcement to say, I was being asked to do this. That inmate is being charged with nothing, meaning that inmate didn't carry out any step towards that crime, according to law enforcement. Now, we all know that inmate snitches will oftentimes come up with all kinds of fabricated stories. So James Craig is innocent until proven guilty of this allegation, as well as everything else in the case. I want to be really clear about that. But there's a lot of smoke and then fire when your lawyer withdraws from the case saying you're trying to do something morally repugnant, and then these charges come the next day. That makes it a little bit less likely that there's nothing to this.
Indeed.
Wow. There's also been some talk and some reporting that he was trying to get somebody, an inmate in the jail, and it may be the very same inmate, to get somebody to create a deep fake video of his wife basically saying, hey, get me some poisons.
Like, what would that do? That sounds like he getting delusional up in there. He's like, what can I do? What can I do? Can y'all make a fake video with my wife asking for drugs? What? This AI is something else. But like, why?
Around the same time or on the same date that he started doing some computer research, there was also some reporting that he wanted somebody to leave notes around his house, like these suicide notes. This is some diabolical type stuff, if it is indeed true and can be proven.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of these things could be the reason that his lawyer tapped out and said, I can't be part of any of this. And, people will often say that their lawyer wants as little information as possible so they can have plausible deniability. It's not really what us lawyers do. We want to know what's going on so that we can put on the best defense. And we will constantly advise our clients not to do anything illegal. And we will constantly tell them that the truth is what needs to be put forth, rather than some cockamamie scheme that's going to be seen through, like a deep fake video, like fake suicide notes, things like this. And we would never advise a client to take any of these reprehensible actions.
It is stunning. I think everybody was shocked because jury selection was supposed to start this week. The trial opening statements were scheduled to begin on December 2nd, rather. So this thing was supposed to get underway.
Yes.
Now it's not. He'll be back in court next month, but he's got to find new counsel. It's going to take time for a case of this magnitude for new counsel to get up to speed. So, Jeffrey, I mean, it could take another 6 months or so for this thing to go to trial, if not longer.
Mm.
Yeah, absolutely.
He be going to trial. When did he go? When did he supposed to be going to trial? If I stream this trial, y'all gonna watch it? Y'all just come watch it on the channel. You ain't doing nothing, no way. Welcome to the chat, RPG. I was gonna stream it. I mean, was I gonna stream it? I wasn't. It was gonna be coming on like the next 2 weeks. I probably can do it now. I mean, I got 6 months to get ready.
Absolutely. So what's ended up happening here is the withdrawal of his counsel has set the case for appearance of counsel in front of Judge Volley in Arapahoe County mid-December. So speedy trial has been waived by the withdrawal of his counsel. So speedy trial started over at the end of November when his counsel withdrew. So they have 6 months to get this case to trial again. And God knows what his new lawyer is going to come in and waive speedy trial again, and how much longer speedy trial is going to get set out from there. And then to get up to speed on a case with new charges filed, with potentially a new preliminary hearing getting set, potentially a new proof evident presumptive great hearing getting set, there's no telling how much longer this trial could get delayed.
Wow, it is stunning. Plus, we have, the mistress in this case. That's believed to be a major part of the motive for murder. James Craig wanted a divorce. That's what the prosecution is saying. Angela Craig apparently didn't. The marriage had been described as tumultuous. I guess Angela Craig had told people that her husband had been addicted to pornography since he was a teenager. I mean, it's amazing to me. I mean, this is one of those cases where you really never know what's going on behind closed doors. He's on YouTube advertising his dental clinic, but yet he looks like just this normal dentist guy. But behind closed doors, it sounds like life.
I'm gonna play his video again for y'all who missed it at the end of this.
According to the district attorney, was an absolute nightmare and a mess. And we've got a mistress here who it sounds like he was trying to help. He wanted her to help with the homicide as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what was he doing? But then he tell her he want to support her financially and all this. We always want to see what the other woman look like. We ain't gonna see it, I don't think. Definitely want to see what she look like.
It's stunning to me. I mean, what is the reaction to this case out there in Colorado?
Well, I think the reaction has been one of complete shock. I think that when this case first hit the news, everyone kind of looked around and said, how well do you know anyone? How well do you know your dentist? How well do you know your doctor? These are sensational cases when they hit the airwaves anywhere in the country. Here in Colorado, we seem to have, a bit of an unusual dearth of strange cases, as I'm sure you've seen on Long Crimes airwaves.
I said that. I was like, stuff like this be happening in Colorado in Iowa. No offense, but y'all know.
But this one particularly is a little salacious, and it has just been a very strange case to follow here locally.
Yeah, no doubt. So it seems unlikely to me that the judge would say you can't add these new charges. I mean, new happen all of the time. So that adds another layer of complexity to this case. What are your thoughts on that as well?
Yeah, the prosecution has the right to add charges up until the day of trial for good cause shown. And I can't imagine that Judge Volley isn't going to allow these charges to be added. This is a new development. This is not something that was known to the prosecution previously, it would seem. It's been a development in the case that was new to his lawyer the day of trial. The fact that Judge Volley allowed Harvey Steinberg to withdraw the morning of trial means that this was something that was late breaking in the case. So if it was late breaking to the defense, it was certainly late breaking to the prosecution. And now that speedy trial has started over, there's no good cause to the defense that they don't have time to prepare for these new charges. So I have no reason to believe under Colorado law that they won't be added.
Do you think that there will be defense attorneys who won't want to take up this case?
I do. I think that there will be a lot of pause in the Colorado legal community that if Harvey Steinberg said there's something going on behind the scenes here that makes it really hard ethically to represent this person. I think it's going to be very hard in the Colorado legal community for somebody to look at the case and say that there's not going to be something that they are asked to do in the defense of this individual that will compromise their ethics.
Well, it is certainly a stunning turn of events, and we will keep an eye on it for sure. Jeffrey Wolf, thank you so much.
Ooh, yeah. What y'all think? I think he did all it. But I just don't know why. Did he want... Okay, so to me, to make it, first of all, he was making comments when the woman was in the hospital, like, if it wasn't my wife, this would be a great puzzle to solve. When you're in class, you got these case studies and it's like, just made up stuff. It's like, but it is your wife and you did this to her. Like, what's going on with you? Anyway, and you already know the answer to the question because you did it. Cyanide. Telling y'all no. Okay, so what they say smell like eggs? Is that carbon monoxide? I don't know. Whichever one, smell like rotten eggs or something like that. Cyanide poisoning is almond. I smell like almonds, not almond eyes. Almond eyes, I was going to say your name again. Shout out to RPG in the chat. He said, man is desperate. You think it's for the life insurance? I'm kind of borderline. I'm kind of going that way too, because why would, if he was that in love with his woman with his girlfriend, then why would he put her in it? Like, I got to do something about the situation I'm in. Now, I want to keep taking care of you financially and every other way I take care of you. I got to do something about this wife. I want to get a divorce. I'm just stuck. But why was he stuck? How was he stuck? How was he stuck? It's like, you can get out. I mean, he probably can. I don't know. She didn't want the divorce. She did. I mean, she probably didn't want a divorce because, in the church, be certain things influencing you, making you go and stay in these marriages. It could be family. And they did have 6 kids together and 23 years of marriage. It's like, and I feel like when she probably wanted a divorce too at one point, but he talked her out of it. He like, I can't let her leave me, not right now. I got too much riding on it. It's like, I can't do it right now. Who even knows? But for him to involve the girlfriend to be like, do you know anybody? I pay a homeless man right about now. 6 kids. 6 children. And they have been married for 23 years. You say that's why he wanted to get rid of her, or that's why he felt stuck? He the one kept having all them kids with her. I mean, you can not have them. You ain't gotta have them. There's so many options out here. Terrell says, life insurance and didn't want to pay alimony, shaking my head, plus child support. She probably ain't never worked either. They be thinking they want these stay-at-home wives. And sometimes the men be talking so much about, the wives and the wives working and having more kids and stuff, and then they get with another woman, and then that woman want to do all the stuff that, the man had been complaining about, and they have another baby for this man, and then they be like, well, I'm going to stay at home, and I'm going to cook every day, and I'm going to clean up, and I'm going to do all the stuff that you said your wife wasn't doing, and then when it's time for you to go back to work, and that man looking at you like, what the hell you mean you ain't going back to work? And you just want to stay home and, keep a baby and all that and keep having 50 kids with him. And he like, hell no, bitch. You need to take your ass to work. It's like, but I thought you said your wife. You complained about your wife working too much. And then he like, Yeah. My wife working enough. You gotta go back to work too. You can't sit at home, baby. You can't sit at home now. Ain't no sitting at home. I was just talking shit. I was just talking. Then it'd be like, surprise. You gotta go back to work, baby. You can't sit at home with your baby. You just got a baby. Okay. It says stuck. Yes, they be stuck. You got 6 kids, you be stuck. I can see that. And his business wasn't doing what it needed to do. So he just wasn't even gonna be able to just, once he got out, he wasn't gonna be able to live and have all the fun he wanted to have. But it's like, what are you doing? And why keep having all these kids? And you don't want them. They probably they don't believe in birth control. They say, they're going to be eating your cats and dogs. Y'all be tripping out here. No baby oil. Okay, baby oil. Is this spermicide or what? Do we even know? Diddy was up here giving people IUDs. So speaking of that, Diddy, I just saw something on Law and Crime just now when I was scrolling through that he supposedly poisoned Jamie Foxx. Diddy's in trouble, y'all. They finna throw whatever they can think on this man. And whatever they think of, they're going to throw it at him. But that was our stream for tonight, guys. So that was our main topic. Well, that was the only topic. We can get into some other stuff like suitcase murder trial. Well, they ain't nothing to say about her because Sarah Boone, she going to jail for life. She doesn't care. She's not even touched with reality. She's not even present. She's like, life, huh? I'm already in here anyway. She probably think the world, my cousin, she said, Sarah probably think the world a better place without that man. Like she thinks she did a good deed. These people be so narky. What else is it going on? I saw today. Do y'all want me to drop the link? I like to drop the link just to sing the song. Y'all ain't got to come up because y'all know I be getting tired after a while anyway. But I drop it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and open up the floor. Is there one? Is there one? I'm still doing that. Is there one? Come and talk to me. If you have any outside questions, corrections, suggestions, complaints. Remember, I am a retail pharmacist, but I'm not your pharmacist, okay? I really want to meet you. Can I talk to you? I've been on that R. Kelly hard. I'm just saying. Because I'm like, they keep putting this stuff in my feed. I seen Cook on one video. They keep sending me all this stuff. I'm like, man, these people out here doing some bad stuff. It kind of makes some of it not seem as bad. Especially with, how they getting over there. The parents and stuff. Okay, y'all. So, yes. What else is going on? Let's see what he said. What's going on? Let me see. I'm going to drop the link. That's what's going on. Baby oil. Yeah, let's talk about baby oil. What's going on? I'll leave for a few minutes. Come back. Diddy has entered the chat. Diddy has entered the chat. He has entered the chat. Diddy is always in the chat over here. He's my brother. He's like a Scorpio brother, Okay. And sometimes we be on the dark side. People don't understand us. Some just, behavior just be inappropriate for everyday life. And it's just like, what's the big deal? Can't be drugging people, Diddy. You can't do that. You can't be having all this exploitation, You can't do that. People aren't going to like it. They're going to know. They're not going to know. They're going to know. They're going to know. They always know, don't they? And if they don't, somebody got to find a way to get that metadata. Okay, so what I say, come and talk to me. Yes, Diddy has entered the chat. I really want to be you. Why do I put that there? Hold on. Y'all see that? Is that on there? Let's see. I'm defying gravity as well. I went to see Wicked. I watched all the movies this weekend. Wicked, Moana. They were both good. Okay, so yes, guys. All right, now this may be an inappropriate question. You got a choice. Okay, it's not your choice. Why do y'all think these people won't just go and get a divorce? I was gonna say, would you rather get rid of them for good or just get rid of them? You know, I was gonna ask y'all that, but I feel like I would have to put up a real poll to like get that because y'all might not want to expose yourselves. But I just don't get it. It's like, why just gonna get a divorce? You're like, I'm stuck. Well, that's why. But it's like I guess you're not thinking about that in the moment when you getting these 6 kids with this woman you say you don't want no more. And how you just be like, I mean, you're like, I don't give a damn about that family I built over there. That family I had for 23 years. I thought people would be like being loyal to you because it's like, I met them first. I've been knowing them a long time. It's like, are you loyal? Where does your loyalty lie? If it don't lie with a woman you've been married to for 23 years and you got 6 kids with, where does your loyalty lie? And you don't just like, we're going to go our separate ways, we've been friends, because I figure out you've been married to somebody 23 years, you're at least friends, right? So you don't want to just like leave them down bad, I don't guess. But it's like, you also shouldn't want them dead either. Like, I'm going to just kill them. Like, why you can't just walk away? I can't just walk away. I need money. I need that time back. I need to be able to, support my new girlfriend. She orthodontist. She ought to be doing good in Austin. Austin is a nice place to live, so I've heard. Terrell says, the wife probably had stuff on him too all those years together. She did. She was quick to throw out that corn addiction. He probably didn't want his colleagues knowing about, what he do in his private life. Oh, and okay, this happened with another, who was this? One of these other cases we did. He didn't want his colleagues to be looking at him, thinking he a bad person and all that. Was that the other pharmacist? Oh, this guy he was an attorney. Oh, that's the man that drugged his pregnant wife. Y'all remember that one? And the baby had the baby was born, but had like birth defects or some kind of developmental delays or something like that. And he was like, he wanted to leave her, but they already had one child, and then she was pregnant, and he didn't want to look bad in front of his colleagues. You don't want to look bad in front of these colleagues. They'd be like, and thus and so, and thus and so. You don't want to look bad in front of these people. So instead of like, oh, I'm finna walk out on a pregnant wife, or I'm finna leave a wife with 6 kids in 23 years, she gotta go. She gotta go. And I need money. I need money for a fresh start. I can't have a fresh start that I want to have with her if you here getting part of my check, all of my check. These type people reasoning me to be way off. It don't exist. He was like, it's like, I could be in my head thinking a lot of weird stuff, in my head, right? But then if I write it down and I send it to somebody in a text message, excuse me, if I send it to somebody in a text message, that's the second chance I get to like come back, get back on the right path. I'm thinking it like, I should probably do this. Yeah, this will probably work. Then I send it to somebody else, bounce the idea off of them. Then they say, well, no, you might want to think about this. Because some people, they know you crazy and they ain't gonna just tell you, no, don't do that. That don't make no sense. They know, like, don't take that approach. Don't take that tone. Because if you say it like that, then it's like they going diving face first into it. Say, well, take a moment to think about it, Nastasha, before you do that. So I wrote it. I thought it in my head. I wrote it down. I told it to somebody else. They responded to me. I'm still going. This man types out. He said, hey, how can you help me with this? I want you to come down here this weekend. I'm like, yo, why did that? I need you. I need you to come down here. I need your help. Wait, what? This is before you trying to get rid of her. May I get do you know anybody? Do you know anybody can handle this kind of stuff? That's when I'm gonna start. If I'm the other woman, I ain't never the other woman, okay? I'm the woman. The other women know about me. I don't know about them. Anyway, what was I going to say? If I'm the other person, which I ain't, because he can't tell me about that. But like, did he tell you about me? No, why would he tell me about you? He don't want me to know that. He want me to be happy. So he says to you, help me with the woman. The woman tell him, I'm the woman. Yeah, I'm her. Yeah, I don't know about the other ones. They know about me. I don't know about them. Yes. So he tells her, I'm gonna need your help with this. Help you do what? That's what you think about me. That I'm gonna help you get rid of her. You no. Then he's like, maybe I pay a homeless person $66,000. Was that the number? How did he come up with that number? He probably Googled that too. He should start asking ChatGPT how to do all this stuff. But sometimes they don't want to tell you stuff that could be bad because I don't be asking this stuff like that. But I will be like, help me type this up. And they're like, wait, we don't want to get into those types of subjects. I'm like, but this is what it's about. This is what we're talking about. I need to know, fix this up. I wrote this. Fix it up for me. Get it grammatically correct. Make sure it sounds right. Then they be like, ChatGPT be like, no, we can't. We don't want to get into things that could, whatever. But how do you ask? How do you ask the woman, hey, I want to be with you. It got to be a certain kind of woman. It got to be the for my man kind of woman. But this lady, you think she orthodontist? You think like she might know, she might have some kind of common sense. No. It's like, man won't leave his wife, he can leave his wife. He ain't got to kill her. You and him, y'all could start fresh together if y'all really want to be together. If you really want to be together. Don't ask me, like, how can I need your help. Like, no, you don't. You don't need my help because I don't know what you're talking about. Because as far as I know, I'm the only one. If he felt comfortable enough to ask her that, I'd like to see that woman. I got a theory. Okay, what is it? What's your theory, RPG? I got an idea too. What you think about her? Tell me. I need to know if we're on the same page. Because I'm like, we want to know about her. If he like, yeah. How can you help me? I want to be with you. I want to get a divorce. Trust me. How you gonna help me? Get rid of her? He probably making her all kind of fake promises. Teresa says he broke, but he willing to pay $66,000 to unalive his wife with 6 kids. Yeah, 6 must be his magic number. I told y'all about these magic numbers. Because it's like you keep seeing these numbers repeating. It's like a 6 everywhere. Dealing with this man, he like a 6. He got 6 to pay $66,000. It's probably another 6 somewhere else. It's like, oh, that's his favorite number. He love to do 6. Because like, how did you come up with that amount? Why not 50 or 25, 75, like 66? Is that all he had to savings? That might be the month. No, okay. He tried to get an inmate to kill one of the detectives. He did. But what's your theory about what? He just wants somebody else to do his dirty work? What's your theory about the other woman? He's like, hey. And then He tried to get her to come down during the funeral and stuff too. You don't know if you missed that part. Y'all go ahead and rewind it. But she was like, I can't come. I don't feel comfortable. And, because I'm so in love with you, how I feel about you, I don't want to be introduced to your family as a friend. Because I can't hide the way I feel about you. Well, will you kill for him? How bad you want him? How bad you want him? We know his wife wanted him bad enough to give him 6 kids in 23 years with his bad attitude and his addictions. She accepted him as he was. What you gonna do? Orthodontist, how you gonna show your worth? How you gonna prove? You gotta prove that you want him. You gotta fight every night to prove your love. Terrell says, right. Was the mistress responding? If so, why isn't she charged with him? That's what I'm saying. They show a lot of one-sided conversations. That's all I saw. I'm just wondering. And then you just start ordering stuff at the office. This man think he got more game than he got. Because he's like telling his friend wife, hey, I'm going to send you this. This would be a great puzzle to solve. It's like, how you think you could tell me that? Your wife died. We all friends. My husband's here. Do you hear him? Robert, what do you think is going on with James? Angela's in the hospital and he's talking about it be a great puzzle to solve. And, well, you do remember I told you he'd ordered that cyanide. He did say they can't figure out what's going on with her. We have to go to the police, Robert. We do. They go to the police. But how do you think people just think they can say that kind of stuff? It's like, how you think you can sit up here and tell me this about your wife who's my friend? And I'm just not going to think nothing about it. Oh, it's just looking grave. Y'all just got there. Y'all just got to the hospital, right? Yeah, it ain't looking good. I don't know, y'all. This is crazy. But like I said, I told y'all something. Y'all learn something every episode of here. The almond smell, that's cyanide, okay? And these men, they be acting like they want this other woman. He was fooling her. He was setting her up. And saying he wanted to take care of her financially. Was he helping her? She probably was giving him money. He probably owe her money right now. And how they meet? She in Colorado, he in Austin. And his practice wasn't doing well. Probably on all these work trips. It's like, how many work trips does a dentist have to take? They're like, if I say I got a work trip, I ain't got no work trips. I don't have no work trips. I don't have no work trips. We used to do like one weekend for the Mississippi Pharmacist Association stuff. And that's just to get the CEs. But if I'm like, I got to be gone somewhere, I got a conference, I work for a corporation. Yeah, I'm lying if I got a work trip. If I say I got a work trip, I'm lying. I'm telling y'all right now, whoever dealing with me, if I say I got a work trip, it's a lie. Okay, because I don't have no work trips. Some pharmacists do. I don't, though. This is just a lie. So I'm just wondering, him in private practice, maybe he was going to some kind of conference. He's probably trying to, link up with some colleagues, on some other business plans and, opening up a chain of the Sunnybrook dental offices. They were going to open up their next office in Austin. Austin is a nice place, though. If y'all have some other things y'all would like to ask me in the chat, feel free to use it. That link in there somewhere. Y'all can always come and talk to me. And you can always put your questions in the chat. If y'all want to talk about Diddy, y'all want to see what Jamie Foxx talking about? I got a few more minutes. I'm getting a little sleepy though. Let me see if I can find this. What Jamie Foxx talking about? Let's see. Unlimited. I should stop sharing. Okay, let's see here. One moment. I just typed Jamie Foxx and did it. Came right up. Mr. CKB says, does it really smell like almonds? I remember seeing The Iceman, the movie about Richard Kuklinski, and he used cyanide as one of his methods of death. That's what it is. Yeah, almond smell. I would like to smell it. But not like a, but more like a, just kind of wave across my nose like that. Like wave, And it's like, almonds don't really have a smell, but they kind of do, You would have to know it. Like, I probably would know it. Then I'd be like, I'm finna throw up. I'd be like, it smell like almonds up in here. Then I'm like, oh my God, it's cyanide. Oh my God. How deadly is it? How much is too much on the cyanide or the arsenic? Because it's arsenic, cyanide, and tetrahydrozoline. I know we don't know the lethal dose of the tetrahydrozoline. Still fairly new in the murder game. Cyanide. We can look at what's the deadly dose. I'm gonna start hashtag deadly dose. It's like they be using a certain amount over time. Let's see. Because it's like, is it a dose dump? And this is for research purposes. Whoever confiscated my computer, if something ever happened and somebody say I did it. Of cyanide. CDC says. All right, let's pull this up. Unlimited. Wait, I do this every time. What is a daily dose? All right, here we go. NIH for occupational safety. This is according to the CDC. Let's see what they say. All right. Not useful. Acute inhalation toxicity data. Okay. What's the real data? Short-term exposure, non-developed. So they don't know. They don't know. Absorption rate, lowest 50 to 100 milligrams from a single instantaneous dose, maybe followed by immediate collapse and cessation of respiration. Okay. So amounts as low as 50 to 100 milligrams. That's it, Mr. CKB. This is a reliable source. But I told y'all, they don't be updating this stuff. This say 1994. How old was I in 94? I was 11. Yeah. Short-term exposure guidelines. Ain't no short-term exposure guidelines. Yeah. Instantaneous dose. If you get 150 to 100 milligrams as a single instantaneous dose, it could be followed by immediate collapse and cessation of respiration. That means you stop breathing. It has been stated that although the fatal oral dose will vary considerably depending on whether or not food is present in the stomach. Okay, so that kind of stuff matters. It is probably in the order of 1 to 2 milligrams per kilograms. Okay. And got this equation. For 30 minutes, assuming a breathing rate of 50 liters per minute and 100% absorption. Okay, and this is revised. So they're talking about inhalation. They don't have no inhalation information. Just acute oral toxicity. So if you're taking it by mouth, that's what you get. Instantaneous cessation of respiration. Feel like this should be in a rap song. That's what they saying, y'all. Okay, let's see what else they got. What's the other? What else they had? Arsenic. All right. What do they say? They don't have nothing but short-term exposure. For short-term exposure, blah, blah, blah. Inorganic, 5 milligram. Okay. Inhalation, conservative, blah, 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 blah. They don't know. You just got to, give them a little bit every day. I would probably do about a teaspoon every day. And you just waiting. That'd be the problem. That's how they always get caught, because you don't know. You don't know how much to give them. Every day you just like, it's the day today. I'm going to give them a little bit in their food, and then I'm going to leave the house. And maybe when I come back, they be gone. Literally. And it's like, I don't think they would tell us. This is a cat, a mouse. Lethal concentration data. Okay. In a cat, okay. Take a cat an hour. Half hour time. 5.2 milligram. Okay. These the cats. Okay. What about the humans? We ain't got no human test data. Y'all not researching this arsenic on humans? We need to know, like, okay, when they ain't gotta die, when they start having liver failure and respiration, somebody just be there to, like, give them a shock, bring them back. They be flatlining, like, okay, this is what it's gonna take. But yes, just a little taste. That's because y'all gotta mix it in their food. I don't know. This they say. I don't know. Terrell says, what the hell was he hiding it at? This would have to be way more stressful than to just leave. That's what I'm saying. The people at the office, you shipping it to the office. Okay. And just like, women be getting stuff shipped to other places, like it ain't got to come home. You don't want these packages, all these packages to come to the house, right? You're getting it shipped to the office where other people work at. And it's like, you ain't been getting the mail. Like, damn, I don't get the mail. It's my job. They always bring a bunch of stuff to me. I'm throwing right in the trash. So all of a sudden, I'm getting packages shipped to the job, and y'all don't open it. The people who always get the mail open up the packages and sort all the stuff. Don't y'all get it? I'm going to get it. If it's a bad, I don't want y'all to see it. It says potassium, cyanide, but it's really a ring for Angela. Angela? Your wife you don't like? Who you got everybody else not liking because you lying on her up here? It's a lot. Okay. What else did we say? We look at some. I'm looking at no more of these. We don't know how much to give them. Just give them a little bit every day till you just keep watching. Just like they was giving a little. This man, he was not playing with her. She was like, I feel drugged. He like, ever since the last time I drugged her, she gonna ask me this every time. Every time she feels sick, every time she feel like, somebody drugged her. Text this bitch back. Okay, just for the record, it wasn't me, okay? Gee, I'm not gonna do it. I ain't doing it no more. He is a good husband. Yeah, okay, so yeah. What I was gonna look at? I'm gonna let y'all look at Diddy too while we out here. Hold on, y'all. I just stay on a little bit longer. Why does this look like this? All right, let's see what they're saying about Sean. Sean's still poisoning people too. Every time y'all come on this channel, somebody get drugged around here. We talked about James already. Let me do a little recap on James Creed. In Aurora, in Aurora, Colorado, he had a girlfriend and a failing dental practice. He wanted to be as a wife, and he had 6 kids with his wife. He couldn't leave and start his new life with his girlfriend and with money if he got his wife back here with the 6 kids. So he got rid of his wife. While getting rid of his wife, he asked his girlfriend to help him, and he got rid of her on his own that we know of. We guess. He's getting ready to start trial. They're doing jury selection. They're about to start jury selection. Thought I was going to be streaming by him. Whatever. And come to find out, his attorney like, I can't represent James no more. Judge, let me out. Judge say, yes, you can go, because what you told me about what James was trying to do, that's not okay. You know, move forward, press on. James, you need a new attorney. James, I ain't got no attorney. They're like, all right, James, you won't hold till find you an attorney. If not, we're going to give you one. This is how this is going. James like, bet. Got him, he in jail. One of the inmate homeboys up in there, he got hooked up with, lying to these folks like he got money. Like, y'all don't know, them dentists, they be having money. That's what he got somebody up in there supporting that, you know? And they like, well, he's like, well, I need somebody to put some notes around my house saying my wife was trying to end her own life. I need somebody to get rid of this detective because this detective is getting too close, and my business partner's selling me out to this particular detective. I need him out the way too. So they got new charges. He don't have no attorney. James is a lady in waiting in jail. Okay, so that's the update on James. Let's see what Diddy talking about. Okay? The attention to millionaire. Hey! Welcome to Pills First and Choices to me, NAllenRx. I'm a pharmacist. All right, he said Aunt Allen had them Diddy drugs. I don't have those drugs. Them drugs belong to these people. I'm just the middleman, making sure people getting them on time, making sure they ain't taking nothing together that they don't need to, keep them healthy, keep them in shape. Some of y'all like to be up in shape, okay? And some of y'all concerned about your health, I'm concerned about your health too, okay? Thank you for showing up to the channel. All right, let's see what Diddy talking about. They say Diddy try to poison Jamie Foxx. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Attention to Millionaire. Mm. Wait a minute. Do y'all believe this? I think this is a stunt. I think this is a stunt. Jamie telling all, they already saying Jamie is a clone. Jamie don't look the same. I'm gonna be honest. It's somebody's eyes, Do y'all believe in that? I don't know how I feel about that. But this is juicy. This is juicy. And Jamie gonna do a tell-all for Netflix. I think, I know Jamie Foxx. I don't know Jamie Foxx, but seem like this is some kind of joke. I don't believe this. I don't believe it. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe. Okay, I'm not gonna ask you if you believe that Diddy poison Jamie, but if he did poison him, put a 1 in the chat if you believe Jamie Foxx finna do a tell-all on Netflix. Put a 2 in there if you say, nah, this is a joke. Put a 1 if you believe there'll be a tell-all situation on Netflix. Put a 2 if you like, no. Jamie Foxx is trying to get some buzz going around with his new movie. Y'all can't hear it? Hold on, y'all. Thank you, Mr. CAB. I need to restream. Hold on. I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna go back. I mean, it was good. I thought y'all could hear it. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
To quote, hell and back. He explained only a bit more, saying he had a headache.
Let me go back. It was good. I thought y'all could hear that, man. They was talking so good to them.
Fox, and apparently Fox is telling all in his upcoming Netflix special. But could there be any truth to these allegations? And if not, are we looking at a new defamation case? We'll break it all down with attorney Joe Richardson, who says the Diddy conversation is far from over. We're inching closer to the 3-month mark of Diddy calling the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn his home. And after last week's third bail denial, it seems like that's where Diddy will be staying, at least for the foreseeable future. He's being held there on federal charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Federal prosecutors allege Diddy was the mastermind in a sex trafficking scheme, with some reports saying his alleged illegal activity dates back to the early 90s. Diddy's accused of drugging dozens of victims, sexually assaulting them, and recording it as a means of blackmail to keep survivors quiet. But now those same recordings are being used against Diddy. They're even mentioned in the federal indictment against him. It seems that civil suits against Diddy are being filed weekly at this point, as more people continue to break their silence. And it seems that the latest person to call out Diddy is none other than Academy Award-winning actor Jamie Foxx. Fox made headlines in April of last year when his daughter Corinne announced he was recovering in the hospital. But what exactly he was recovering from was a mystery. By May of 2023, Fox was out of the hospital, recuperating at home after he was reportedly treated in a physical rehab facility in Chicago with a focus on strokes and brain injuries. Last summer, Fox addressed his health issues for the first time, saying he'd been to, quote, hell and back. He explained only a bit more, saying he had a headache, then got an Advil from a friend. After that, Fox said he was, quote, gone for 20 days.
Wow.
He didn't appear in public until
wow. This is true. He was gone for a long time. I just don't know. Like, he gonna tell everything, because Jamie Foxx, he be around like Ray J. Like, they be knowing, they, you know, Ray J acting like he gonna talk. They try to jump Ray J. I don't know. And it's like, if he did poison Jamie Foxx, why would Diddy poison Jamie Foxx? They probably got just as much dirt with each other. I don't know, y'all. Let's go.
Until December of 2023 to accept a Critics' Choice Association Vanguard Award. Fox still didn't say exactly what happened, but revealed he couldn't walk for a time during his recovery. Jump to this year when Fox recorded his comedy special. It's called What Had Happened Was, and is supposed to premiere on Netflix. It was during a stand-up routine performance in Atlanta that Jamie Foxx taped this. That was back in October. Now, the special
is that on Netflix right now? What had happened was
hasn't been released yet, so we aren't totally sure what he says. But according to some audience members who were there at the taping of this special, Fox mentions his illness and connects it to P. Diddy. 3 separate audience members told Page 6 Jamie Foxx mentioned Diddy in the routine, blaming Diddy for his health issues. 2 audience members also spoke to the Daily Mail saying the same thing, adding that Jamie Foxx apparently contacted the FBI about P. Diddy. All of this was
I watch a lot of comedy. I'm talking about, I watch all these stand-ups, like all of them. It's like when Dave Chappelle not Dave Chappelle. Is it Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle did joke about that Chris Rock thing with Will Smith. Chris Rock even eventually, you know, it's like, is a rumor going around like Diddy doing this? Jamie Foxx, you know, he been around Diddy. This is like, you know, content. I don't know. I would have to be there. Some people couldn't get a joke. You know, they don't know a joke. Not really. You know?
Also discussed on an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience. It's a long-form podcast that boasts more than 2,000 episodes and more than 18 million subscribers. On this particular episode, Joe Rogan spoke with his guests, Shane Gillis, Mark Normand, and Ari Schaefer, about Jamie Foxx and the allegations. We don't have the rights to the podcast's audio or video, so we can't show it to you, but here's what was said. Joe Rogan said, quote, Jamie Foxx just recently said that P. Diddy poisoned him, and that's why he got that stroke. He talked about it on stage. He talked about it on his Netflix special. Rogan went on to say, quote, bro, I think there was some crazy stuff going on. I think murders, alleged murders, a bunch of people got pneumonia, a bunch of convenient people died of pneumonia. Mark Normand also chimed in, saying, quote, Jamie Foxx said I didn't have a heart attack because of the vaccine. It was Diddy shutting me up. Here's where we're going to turn to attorney Joe Richardson to make sense of all of this. Joe, thanks for coming on with us today.
I don't know.
Good to see you once again.
I might be in denial.
So right from the jump, what do you make about these allegations that P. Diddy may have poisoned Jamie Foxx?
Where do you start? I mean, there's a lot of allegations surrounding what P. Diddy may have done because it seemed like a lot of people around him dying. Kim Porter died. Al B. Sure almost died. You know, there's a lot being claimed. Andre Harrell died. So, you know, there's this backdrop of not only what he's dealing with criminally himself, but all of these other things that have happened with other people that have been around him. You know, coincidence certainly makes for interesting news, which is why we're talking about it. Jamie Foxx also said what he said during the filming of what is a comedy special.
Right.
And so representatives have said, well, you know, he was just joking, etc. But he hasn't gone out of his.
But y'all know, the truth is like the funny truths. That's the funniest stuff, right? I mean, am I right? Am I right?
Way to say, hey, I was joking, this was not serious, you know, that kind of thing either. So you really don't know what to make of it other than the idea that this is just another allegation related to things around P. Diddy that have had health problems, if not died altogether. So there's some sensationalism to it, but there are some ironies, some coincidence, and you're not quite sure what to do with it.
All of this comes out of Jamie Foxx's upcoming Netflix special. And as you pointed out, it's obviously a comedy routine. He's being funny throughout all of it. But we don't know, as you said, whether he was joking about this or if it was more of a somber tone and he was being more serious. If that's the case, and he is being very serious and saying straight up, this is what happened, could he face any sort of liability for making these allegations against P. Diddy?
Yeah, I mean, sure, there's an argument that there could be defamation, right? Because, you know, defamation would be, in this case, maybe it'd even be defamation per se, because certain things, certain areas, some things that have to do with someone's profession, things that have to do with a couple of other areas, damages would actually be presumed. But the question becomes whether P. Diddy would really have that on the front of his queue, as it were, to deal with that. Because not only can Jamie Foxx maybe say it was a joke, but so can P. Diddy, right? And so that's probably the way to pass it off for now, particularly given he's got bigger fish to fry.
I'm wondering if it's the same situation for Joe Rogan too, because he brought this up on his podcast that has millions of people who watch it on YouTube or listen on their phones, wherever it may be. It's going out to a huge audience. And he actually throws around the word murder, says that P. Diddy may have murdered some people. Do you think it's kind of the same situation there? Oh, I could have just been joking and Diddy is dealing with other stuff.
I didn't hear how exactly Joe Rogan termed it, but when he says may have, you know what I mean? He's speculating. He's now a reporter, right? He's not necessarily a person that's saying this is what definitively happened and therefore we ought to connect to that.
Exactly.
It does beg this larger issue, though. The Joe Rogans of the world, the Alex Jones, all these other folks that allege conspiracy theories and the extent to which this is damaging enough to actually create defamation causes of action. We saw how that went with Alex Jones. And so there's a question as to whether something would be out there that way. There's one question is how he terms it. The other question is what Diddy actually does with it. Because once again, we're in a situation where he's got a whole lot of things he could be dealing with. And would he put this at the front, even if assuming there's some potential gray area? But most of the time, if damages isn't presumed, you got to demonstrate damage. Defamation is harder against people that are already famous. And he's already got a lot of things being said.
And I'm kind of thinking like, okay, so Jamie Foxx had a stroke, like that's what was going on. And then I'm like, he had a headache, somebody gave him a pill, they gave him a stroke. I'm like, what could that be? Just like with the pneumonia, I'm like, how are they giving it to people? How are they doing it? Like, what's the vehicle? Like, how are they giving it to them? Maybe I know something a little bit. I think about this a little bit more. Consult with some of my colleagues. How can they do that? What did they give them? What could they possibly, we got blood thinners, but what do we got? What do we got? Okay, what can we give them to give them a clot?
Said about him that aren't so good. And so there's a chance that this kind of gets lost in the fray along with everything else.
Hey, you watching our video. I'm going to take a guess and say you or someone you know is a business, the thing that's looming over him most of all. And now we're getting allegations that Jamie Foxx says he was the one who contacted the police, the FBI, and kind of tipped them off before Diddy's investigation and his eventual arrest. What do you make of that? So he's trying to take credit for
what's his name? Cat Williams told us about these big D demons and bandits in the industry that was going down. He told us that in January. Jamie said, so when did Jamie Foxx have his stroke? I need some timelines.
He can say that until he's blue in the face. But what got the FBI going is that Cassie case. That's what got the FBI going. They had, for whatever they might have been thinking about before, the Cassie case kind of brought it live and in living color, where they could really see how a criminal case could come together. Now, is it possible that Jamie Foxx or someone else contacted them, or that someone else that we don't know about that's famous got contacted by the police saying, or the FBI saying, we are looking at X or Y or Z, and what side would you be on it? Are you a potential defendant? Looks like you may be. Any or all of that stuff could have been going on. And there might have been some things where they were tipped off and some things that they saw to begin with based on their investigation. But I will still say that Cassie was the hook. A written out complaint that he settled based on the allegations alone within 24 hours. It was already publicly available information, and it was a roadmap. So it may have colored what was already being said, what was already being alleged, and it could have come from any of a number of sources, including Jamie Foxx. Theoretically, how do you express those things? How would you know these things unless you're there as well? Isn't there a possibility that maybe commonsensically, not even talking as a lawyer here, maybe that you are, taking a chance coloring everything that's going on with P. Diddy, but you're not there watching it or participating in it? Exactly. Who would have that discussion with the police, the FBI, unless they absolutely had to? And I don't know if anyone would.
I'm glad that you brought up the Cassie lawsuit too, because I want to point out all roads lead back to her. And she's the one that we believe is mentioned in the federal indictment. She started this. And some of the future lawsuits that were filed after she filed last November, they even mentioned Cassie's lawsuit. Like basically Cassie gave us strength to come forward. So I think that's really important that you highlighted that aspect of it. But we know Cassie spoke with the federal investigators. I know that you mentioned we aren't sure if someone would want to speak with them as far as incriminating themselves, but do you think they could approach Jamie Foxx?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I am sure that some approaches that haven't made the news have occurred. I'm certain of that. These allegations that became the federal case didn't come out of thin air. There was speculation about Cassie for a long time. There's speculation about P. Diddy for a long time. So they didn't just come out of thin air. And the good news for the Jamie Foxxes of the world, or whoever, the J-Los and all these folks, it seemed like the federal government's, the FBI's focus was on P. Diddy. And maybe that's where the evidence took them, but it was on P. Diddy. But that doesn't mean that they didn't get pieces. They didn't reach out and get pieces from people who they think may have been in the room.
I still think this was a joke. I don't know if y'all still with me, but thank y'all for staying logged in. But I still think that if it's a truth, it's a funny truth. I don't believe that.
Or may have cause to say something.
I don't believe the Jamie Foxx part that he's doing a tell-all. Did he possibly could have drugged Jamie Foxx? Did he also probably did a lot of the other stuff they say he did? The part that I'm saying I'm not sold on is Jamie Foxx just spilling the beans like that. That's the part I'm not sold on. But we had up here. Most of y'all said agree with me. But we had the Intentional Millionaire. He said Jamie Foxx needs some payback on the industry. Cat Williams 1.0. You think Jamie Foxx need payback on the industry? I think Jamie Foxx got his money's worth. Expand on this. Why Jamie need payback?
In order to make sure that they stay out of the news or that they're in the news related to these things on their own terms, like, for instance, joking about it during a Netflix special. I wouldn't put it past the FBI to have had those types of discussions, but there's no reason that they would necessarily be public on someone that was cooperative.
That's the interesting side of all of this. I mean, we're paying attention to this because prior to his arrest, P. Diddy was beloved. I mean, he was a Grammy Award-winning artist. Everyone loved him. His white parties, it was great. And it's kind of a fall from grace now that we're watching it and seeing, okay, he went from mansions to MDC. But there have also been allegations about other celebrities that were involved. Some have been listed as celebrity A or B in civil lawsuits. So I think that's another reason why people are so interested in this case specifically, because there are a lot of names that we know just from reading People magazine. Do you think that there could be any defendants that are added? I know that you said P. Diddy seems to be the main target of the feds, but do you think they could look at some of the other celebrities?
I don't necessarily expect that on the criminal side. And I could be wrong and anything could happen. I don't expect that on the criminal side. On the civil side, I think it's more of a possibility because it's a good way for these particular people, these celebrity A, celebrity B, celebrity C, to keep themselves out of the news to the extent that such things actually did occur, that they were a part of, that they participated in, et cetera. Then maybe you would have that on the civil side. And I guess it would just be up to those plaintiffs to manage how they're, right now, P. Diddy seems to be the defendant. There's not a whole lot more famous defendants. The question becomes how those plaintiffs manage that, and what discussions they might be having to keep certain things from getting in the news. I mean, I don't think it's lost on whoever celebrity A or B or C might be in our mind that P. Diddy absolutely created a huge problem for himself, aside from if he did what was alleged that he had done, by not settling the Cassie case, before allegations became public. And so I would think that, depending on you pressing the right button, there are certain people that would take the message from that and say, if this has the potential to get hot on me, I'm going to write a check and I'm going to get out of Dodge and I'm going to get confidentiality and I'm not going to get talked about. Particularly if one in that category has an indication that they probably wouldn't be named criminally, right? Then if you settle it civilly before it becomes something, then you hopefully put a lid on it and a bow, and nobody ever knows other than their idle speculation of the fact that you were at Diddy parties. Everybody in Hollywood/New York was at Diddy parties at one time or another. So in and of itself, that's not going to be a distinguishing thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of those discussions are occurring to keep those folks out of the news, with their handlers, their lawyers, et cetera.
We have seen some reports about all of that these celebrities that right now are unnamed settled before the lawsuits could be filed so that we weren't making a law and crime episode talking about them and name dropping them. So they're hoping to have their names completely out of the headlines. But then that begs the question, if the feds know about them and are talking to the victims that saw celebrity A, B, and C at these parties, they were doing things that were illegal, could these people be called to testify at this really public trial of P. Diddy that's happening in May?
So the intentional millionaire says it's almost like he's been shadow banned out of movies after he was sick. Before the sickness, they pushed him to the sideline. Let me see. So I was just thinking, to be honest, Jamie, he was in some movie they had on Netflix. I feel like it was during COVID. I'm not sure. But he really, I mean, he been getting like roles, but he really only was good in Ray. All those other movies, Jarhead, maybe I can think of them off the top of my head right now, but he got to be like being funny. He got to be, you know, he got to be Jamie. If he ain't Jamie, he got to be Ray. You know, what else he been in? I don't know. I don't feel like he was shadow banned. And why? Oh, you said after he was sick. They supposed to be started back filming on that other movie he was working on at the time with him and Cameron Diaz, which I don't know how that's gonna go. And is that getting ready to come back out again? So this is some more publicity stuff. And this is me. I'm going to conspiracy. We didn't see Jamie sick. We just heard Jamie had an incident on set and then Jamie disappears for however long, 20 days. And it felt like it was more than 20 days. Did they say 20 days? He said he had learned to walk again and all that stuff. Then they had said he was a clone. Who even knows what really happened? Probably nothing happened. You know, I just don't trust these celebrities. After that 50 Cent and Kanye West, this was decades ago. And he say if they hate, let them hate and watch the money pile up. Where they always would have a beef before one of them was going to put an album out. I'm just saying, it's just food for thought. It's something for y'all to think about. I don't know, but we'll keep watching. So you think he was shadow banned? Maybe.
Absolutely, it could be, but here's the good news: in federal court,
okay. You say, okay, he ain't been in nothing. Okay, that's the point. He went over to Netflix. Okay, Hollywood pushed him out when him and Becky didn't work out. Talking about what's Tom Cruise? What's her name? Joey from what you call it, Dawson's Creek. What's her name? I can't think of her name. What's her name, y'all? Who is she was dating? What is it? Katie Holmes? He wasn't acting right with her. He wasn't. You know, she's a darling of Hollywood. Katie Holmes, who was Joey on Dawson Creek, who was the wife of Tom Cruise, who has his only child, right? And he was not gonna marry her. But he was dealing with her. They were out in public. Okay, all right. Okay. We'll keep this in the back of our minds. Okay. All right. I'll roll with that. Okay.
Because it's federal.
And, they wore the red bracelets. What you call those people? Y'all know the group. They can shut people out. This is true.
There's something about being
I don't want to say it. Scientology.
Able to watch something in real time. And now people have impressions about it. People have impressions about it some other way. Now, listen, nobody wants to be in news about this thing. So if I'm Jamie Foxx or, celebrity A or something, I might have an egotistical opinion about how well my painting, my drawing was done by the court artist. That's different than me running in real time on television, getting cross-examined, getting grilled in front of America, as opposed to in front of the jury and everybody in the courtroom. So I imagine that they would be saying that, if I have to testify here and that's my reality, that's where I am. But there are some ways to get out in front of it and be out in front of it, particularly if they're one of a lot of different people. It may have the potential to lessen the blow, particularly in a situation where America's not going to have the real-time visual that it would in a state court case.
That's a good point. It'll be interesting to see what celebrities are called if Jamie Foxx is called to the stand. And I guess for now, we're just going to have to wait and see what he does say in this Netflix special that's supposed to come out. For now, thank you, Joe, for coming on with us today.
Thanks. Always a pleasure.
In terms of the Jamie Foxx allegations, Diddy's team denies having any involvement. P. Diddy also denies the other allegations brought against him, too. He's pleaded not guilty to those federal charges. Right now, Diddy's federal trial is set to begin in May of next year, and Jamie Foxx's Netflix special is set to premiere on December 10th.
December 10th, y'all. All right, go set your recorders and your TiVos. December 10th, I'm going to be watching. I'll also be probably doing a live CEO online. Ugh. Same day. I got to get my credits before the end of the year, last minute. Woo! Okay, the Intentional Millionaire, you putting us on something now. But when that fell apart, him and Katie Holmes, which was an awkward pair anyway, if you ask me. Jamie name started to fall apart. Remember, there was a rumor at the time. I think I did a stream about that, man. Y'all need to check my stuff out. I got a lot of heat on this channel that's getting slept on. You gonna see Diddy and Jamie Foxx. Was that last year? It's been that long? Man, check out the other content on the channel. I need to make some playlists? All this stuff finally coming together. I probably even said something similar back then in the Intentional Millionaire show. I'm not sure. I'll have to rewatch it myself. That did happen. RPG. We looking at the Intentional Millionaire with the same side eye. Like, you doing this, but I'm kind of doing this. You know, that emoji that's looking like he got like a spot, like a glass here on his eye like that. I'm doing that one. You doing this one? I'm doing that one. You got us in our heads. Ooh, Jamie. And I put Jamie Foxx and Diddy on the same thing. I just was talking about both of them at the same time, but now that we putting it together, oh, a psychic, man. People don't be showing me enough love. I put this together. I really need to go back and watch that stream. What was I saying? I'm sure it was good. Y'all be hating. It was November 2023. I should put my channel up and let y'all do a channel review. Thank you, the Intentional Millionaire. Jamie. So mark your calendar, guys. They not paying me for this advertisement, and I don't know how many people gonna get to see this, but December 10th. What's today? The 3rd, 4th? We got 6 more days. I'll be back in 6 days. I won't be back in 6 days. I might come back before that, but if I don't, I'm gonna see y'all on the 10th of December, 12/10/24. That's the date. Yes. So y'all, this has been awesome. I mean, it really ended on a high note. I really wasn't going to get into Diddy, but of course, like we said on this channel, I tell y'all every time, somebody always getting drugged around here. Now, I told y'all about CPR. We didn't have to talk about that this time, but y'all know, chest compressions, do them. You don't know what else to do that. Just start pushing on their chest, okay? Get the heart to beating. Next thing, don't accept drinks from anybody. I've been preaching this since day one on this channel. Don't accept drinks from anyone. At this point, don't accept drugs from anyone. Because we still haven't figured out how Diddy is giving people pneumonia. We haven't figured out how Diddy is giving people how Diddy is giving people all of these illnesses and health complications. Evidently, somebody slipped Jamie Foxx some kind of but he was already having a headache. You know, I would have to have been there. I need to hear the full story to really like get this stroke situation, you know, which at this point, I don't know if I believe he even had a stroke. I don't know what happened. Maybe he just had to go on the ground for a little while. For whatever reason. I don't know. But don't just say no to drugs unless you want them. And just say no to drinks. Don't get all excited. I had a slushie this weekend at the movies. Watching Moana. It was so good. I was like, I think I'm gonna slushie. I got a slushie. But thank God nobody put nothing in it. You know, you can't trust them nowhere. Don't drink the slushies. Don't drink the smoothies. Don't drink the water. Told y'all, look up them videos with the people drinking water and they got rabies. Y'all gonna be so surprised. Like, how's water doing that? Answer to the millionaire says, Holly Weird may have caused him the stress for the heart attack stroke. I think that's what caused it now. It just ain't no just pill. I'm like, how can we throw a clot? You know? It's some kind of matrix stuff, you know, an x-ray. You know, how we gonna throw a clot? How we gonna make that happen? We got blood thinners, you know, antiplatelet, you know, that kind of stuff. How do we make it though? It's like, how can we give you that? We don't, you know, you need anticoagulation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Only if you want them, you know, just say no. Otherwise, unless you want them, you know, and you know what you're getting. But you never know what you're getting. You don't know, okay? I'm just saying. You're like, you know what? And Allen said that. I drank that drink anyway, and look what happened to me. You know, you don't want to be the example. Like, I'm a living testimony, okay? This is my testimonial of, you know, my Diddy excursions, you know, these kind of things. You gotta just say no. Like, don't be getting excited. Oh, he thought he was just gonna have some fun, but he didn't know he was gonna have no fun. Diddy like here, slid him a bottle, like, try this, you know. But that means he was in on some flugazi. Is that what they say? Flugazi? I don't know. Let's, you know, I don't want Diddy coming after me. I ain't gonna get it though. I ain't gonna get it. Whatever he got to give, I ain't gonna get it. Like, I tried to get Nastasha pneumonia, she ain't even get it. I ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna get it. I don't get pneumonia, I don't get COVID, I don't get none of it. I'm just not. Okay, I'm also, I ain't gonna get drugged in a party, I don't think, because I'm like, what they got? What is it? What is that? He's be like, you too old for that. Whatever, I ain't never too old. Okay, but yeah, y'all, go back and look some at my previous streams. Put it together and be like, she said that last year. She said that 2 years ago. Y'all need to start watching this. This is good content and good information. And I always enjoy, you know, the commentary of the chats. You know, the chat, y'all always coming through over here. The regulators, y'all hold me down. I do love the engagement. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'll be like, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna talk about? And then y'all come on here, I'll be like, okay, so what y'all think? Let's do it. Let's do the back and forth. Tell me what y'all think. I tell y'all what I think. Let's come together. Let's figure this thing out. You know, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. You know, I told y'all the later I get, the worse I get. Like, I need to just go to bed. You know, because I'll start talking crazy cash money. I'll be ready to do a stand up the later it get. Okay, be like, dang. She on, okay? Okay, the intention of, okay, wait, first of all, let me throw these flames up, okay? Thank you. This is my dude right here. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Okay. The intention of me that says, good streaming, Al. I have to work on some stuff. Thanks for you. I ain't light skin. I'm brown. I'm caramel, you know. Thank y'all for showing up tonight. I'm gonna shut it down too. What do I always say? Again, y'all, go ahead and like it, comment, subscribe, share with people. Y'all see the streams, they getting better. As long as y'all here with me, supporting me, holding me up, And everybody on my research team, my legal team, my chat regulators, the healthcare team. I got so many teams. I ain't paying none of y'all. But I told y'all what I'm going to do. When I get on my feet, I'm going to do what? I'm going to kick y'all down. Y'all already know that. I got y'all. I love y'all. Oh, LOVEYOU. I love you. I love y'all. Y'all know it ain't you because it's like, I got to say that, But y'all know what I mean. Anyway, what do I always say? These prescriptions, they keep piling up. These phones, they never stop ringing. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Have a wonderful night. Good night.